up. I don't know. Give me a sec. It takes a few seconds for it to go through.
Really?
Yes, we are live.
Hey! This is TPAW with Crazy Peas.
And Karnage 6778
With Crazy Peas, and we're going to talk National Treasure. I have not had an hour of sleep. I've had quite a few hours of sleep. So I think we should be good.
Yeah, he won't crash out halfway through me talking like last week.
Yeah.
Oh, that'd be funny for them because they're just seeing you go.
Yeah. We're like every 5 seconds. Yeah. Yeah. Treasure. I like beer.
No. You're not a redneck. You haven't lived where I have.
It's 420 somewhere.
440, but yeah.
Yeah, so hope you guys have had a good week so far. Hope everyone is enjoying themselves for everything they've been dealing with day to day. The average story for the average person, at least in our country, is struggle and survive. And this guy over here has been doing what is it called again?
Which part? I mean,
not the dashing, but you've been doing the
Ubering,
yeah, where he basically is a taxi.
Well, I made my money this month, which went a little bit over what I was supposed to, but I didn't know if I'd be able to. Now that I know I can, it's like, oh, okay. So I recalculated. It's 3 weeks of work.
Yeah.
3 weeks of driving while my kids are at school, essentially. So it's
not bad.
Do it, make my money, and just run with it.
Yes, I'm stroking my pussy. My pussy
No,
happens to be named Simba.
It's a hermaphrodite. Because it's a pussy with a dick. It's a furry one. If you ever met a woman, she'd say, trim that shit. It's getting in my mouth. Unless she's old school.
Are you a giant bush? He doesn't care. He's just just keep stroking me.
Just like most gay men.
How do we know that Simba isn't, leaning that direction? I mean, him and Dave get it on quite a bit. The other cat you see in the background.
Yeah, I don't know. Most cats I notice are, there's no women or there's no men. Okay, homosexual, fuck it.
Yep.
They don't care.
Yep. Yeah, so we're going to talk National Treasure. I finally finished the season. It's been a journey to get to that point. The life hack is try to ignore the noise and actually watch TV downstairs with the wife, and then maybe you'll get something done. Because I'm up here a lot whenever I'm trying to watch anything, and whenever I am up here, I get knocks periodically throughout the day.
Interruptions.
For her asking for soda, or the kids wanting this, or the kids wanting that, and I'm always like, okay, hang on. I get up and I go and lock the door and answer their calls and stuff. And this time I went downstairs. Now, granted, I felt like I lost a couple scenes here and there, but I got it finished.
Sorry, did I miss twisting your nipples today? My bad.
So, we're going to talk a little bit of National Treasure. We'll talk about anything else that comes up, as per the norm on this podcast.
Because I'm random as fuck.
Yes. I've pretty much given up on the idea of a massive structure because, well, Karnage is here.
I follow structure to a point, and then I go off on a tangent for half an hour to an hour, then we come back.
Yeah. So,
I have my weird quirks.
Yes. So, chill and relax with us and grab your soda, grab your beer, grab whatever it is that gets you through the couple of hours before you pass the fuck out and go to work the next day, and hang out with us for a bit. And we're glad to have you guys here. Glad to have you help give you something to listen to while you're dealing with life. Yeah, the last week I finally got pictures for my kids for school because they gave us these little, those little Life Touch packets that get sent home every so often when they do picture
I
day.
never pay attention to that crap. Okay, wife, take care of it. No, that's my thing. Yeah, you want pictures. Your stupid family members and the grandparents will want a picture. Here, go take care of that shit. That's your fucking department. You're the one who said, I want to do all the school shit. Here you go, motherfucker. Do it.
So, it was Bell Photo, because the kids, the two boys, they've been going
That's
to
the one that all of them are doing now. Pay online. Here's our website.
Yeah, like they took their photos for school back in October, and then they sent home these.
Was it class photos?
Yeah, for
Yeah.
for I think it was Holtz or something like
Elementary or
that.
whatever. Well, it's an elementary school.
Yeah.
The way they've changed it, where nowadays it's you can get the individual pictures and the class pictures, and then they changed it. I think it was this year to just class pictures, and it's like, what about the individual pictures?
Yeah.
Bunch of lazy cocksuckers. At least it was the first thought that popped in my head. It's like, oh, you got lazy because you realized when you were doing the class photo and
Yeah.
the
And you guys can see the pretty little light that flashes in my head.
and the personal photos, they were like, we did too much, and they kind of made a rumble, not to us personally, but I think inside the company that's what happened. It kind of all went a little crazy because of that.
Yeah.
Oh, and it's not a big bright light above our head because the regular one went out.
Yeah, the light, the overhead light we have in here, it went out and reminded me how much of a budget I live on. And so we went to the store to try to find a light to replace it. And then the movie that the wifey wanted to watch, because I was going to choose another one that was shorter, so that way I wasn't getting nagged about coming back home, halfway through the freaking movie. And she's like, no, let's go see Avatar. Let's go see Avatar. And I'm like, what about Cocaine Bear? And she's like, no, Avatar. And I'm like, Cocaine Bear is like an hour and a half long. We could just go to the movie, do ourselves for an hour and a half, come back, not have someone whining at us. No, let's go see Avatar. Fine, whatever. So I talked to her mom about being like, by the way, the movie that she wants to see, it's like 3 hours long. I mean, if you binge TV while we're watching the movie, then you'll feel nothing. But if you're not binging the TV while we're watching the movie, then I guess you'll feel the length. But she was just like, okay, yeah, it should be fine. And I'm like, I hope so, because it's like 3 hours long, and then there's commercials.
Well, mom's peacemaker.
Yeah.
She tries, and she does a really good job 99% of the time. But she has those moments where it's like, no, fuck you, I need me time, or no, screw you, fuck off.
Yeah, he started nagging me. Like, I think it was, that movie felt longer than it
Dad
was.
did?
Yeah.
Of
The
course.
movie felt longer than it should have been, only because of the fact that it was like the second or third fight in the middle of the movie, where like I think they were either underwater or they were on a spaceship, and
Spoilers.
about it's Avatar. There's spaceships. Spoiler alert. There's aliens.
I just said that real quick just in case somebody decides to try to bitch. It's like,
you're spoiling the movie. You've seen the trailer, right? Yeah. Did you know there's spaceships? Shut up.
well, no, my part to that is, well, if you didn't want to know, you wouldn't be here.
Yeah.
Because we don't always stay on topic for show or movie,
Mm-hmm.
but that's what happens.
Yeah, and the movie's been out since December, so if you haven't seen it yet, there's a Cinemax probably right by you, or an Autoplex. Go watch it.
And if you're in another country, there are bootlegs.
Yeah, pirate day.
Just if you gotta shift somebody, just make sure you know a good place or dumpster to hide it, okay?
And I won't encourage piracy, but we know no piracy is available, and we
It
all know
happens
that you can save
everywhere
$20.
in the world. I mean, it happens everywhere in the world. It's like, I'm gonna go to the movie theater. I just go to my local guy who pirates it offline, or go to the European sites or other country sites where it's no, it's on Netflix, and you just screen record like with this, but you do the screen record and you flip over to it, you hit play, and you hit whatever, if you set up a hotkey to record, you hit the hotkey and you watch it while it records.
Yep.
And then when it gets to that, that was a good movie. Oh shit. End recording. Crap.
Yep.
I gotta cut out the last 3 seconds where I said something.
Yep. Exactly. So that's why I'm like, when I'm sitting here, I'm like thinking about how all this is with these movies and shit. Like we went to go see it, and I'm like, I'm either getting old because I'm like in my 30s. I'm either feeling my age right now, or I have noticed a trend where Hollywood likes to copy themselves repeatedly. Because
okay, they do, and you know how I know this? And because this popped up while me just scrolling through, I think it was Amazon. I went on to it to look at something, and I think it was for price check. But one of the little ads that popped up was, "Oh, there's a new Die Hard."
Yes.
I'm like, why would you remake Die Hard? I mean, I know the guy's old as shit, but why would you remake it? He did such a good job to begin with. Go fuck yourselves. That was the first thought in my mind. It's like, I might have to watch this just to see if it's a royal piece of shit or not. Which I'll be doing sometime this next week.
Yeah.
Or I'll just binge it tomorrow on my phone. No, I already had a plan. I'll probably end up binging it tomorrow on my phone.
Yeah.
So, if you get a second, that's a new movie. I don't know if they're like including the old because it's like remaking it.
Yeah.
But the guy who's the main character, the main actor on all the Die Hard movies, he's like, I like doing the first one. The second one was shit. I didn't like Die Hard with a Vengeance. And no offense, I guess throw a middle finger at him for that one. I like that one. I like the first one and the third one. Second one, I agree with him.
Yeah.
Complete shit. The fourth one they did with the daughter and the geek was good. And the last one they did with his son working for the CIA over in Russia, I think it was CIA, but it was in Russia. I like that one too.
Yeah.
But he made a comment after recording the fifth one, the last one they did, that he liked the first one, and he likes the first one, the fourth one, and the fifth one.
Yeah.
Don't bite, dipshit. He's not even petting you. He's just. What is it with cats and their fetish with biting?
I don't know.
Goddamn weirdos. But I mean, it popped up in my just on the Amazon, like, hey, here's something with Amazon Prime. I'm like, okay.
Wait.
I'll have to look at that. It's on Amazon Prime.
Wait. Hang on.
What? Did we disappear off the internet, or are you trying to watch me?
Your sisterly sister said he started at 10. We had the whole theater to ourselves. It was nice.
Yeah, I can see it right there.
Ah, okay.
You can't because of the mic.
Yeah.
You might need to scoot it this way a little bit.
Oh, shit. Oh, there is a chat right there. Fuck.
You cuber.
It's because, like,
paying attention,
dude, it's
I'm
like,
talking.
Dude, it's like, every time we do this shit, I never see comments pop up, so I didn't even realize that I didn't have to use my phone. But, hi.
It's reverse inception. Wait, what is there? It's not full inception, it's reverse inception.
Wait, so what do you mean by nope avatar? Because it was the Way of Water is what we saw. And it said he started 10. Oh, you meaning he started getting onto us about 10. Yeah, it was like close to 10
p.m.?
Yeah, it was like 10 o'clock at night when he started getting onto us.
Click, click. Go to sleep! I'm sorry. But with my kids, it's like, no, bedtime. Alright, love you. But I have trouble falling asleep. Well, then just lay there and stare at the ceiling until you fall asleep, or close your eyes, pretend to be asleep, you'll eventually go to sleep. That doesn't work. Have you tried? No. Shut up. Don't question me on my logic.
It was, we're talking
with
about
your kids. I just
your dad, actually.
No, but I'm saying because your kids have the issue. It's the pick them up. What the fuck? Okay. Pick them up. There's your bed. There's your bed. The only reason you're allowed to get out of your bed is to go pee. I don't want to be the mean grandpa. Stay in your bed. Unless you have to piss and go to the bathroom. So, good night. Walk out of the room, turn off the light, leave the hallway light on, leave it cracked.
Yeah,
So that way they don't piss their pants with the darkness.
he legit said overtime starts at 10 o'clock. Is literally what he told us.
Yeah, it's kind of, alright, we've been watching your kids, it's 10 o'clock, they're not asleep, you're paying me overtime pay, jackass. No, I get that logic. I understand it, but and this is with my kids and also just growing up and knowing certain things.
Mm-hmm.
It's bedtime, go to your room. I'm not tired, it doesn't matter, go to your room. Okay, bye. No, I mean, there's no argument. It's bedtime, go to bed. I just went to bed. Did I go to sleep? Not always. Did I stay up and watch TV or just sit there with a little light and read a book or something or do some random shit? Like go through all my magic cards?
Or be watching Strays and Michael McShill.
Well, for me it was Looney Tunes, Nick at Night.
Yeah.
At my grandmother's house, Nanny. Well, grandfather, Nanny and Peepaw. Russell's dad's parents. But it was a thing of, I went to bed, eventually they put a TV in my room. So I just sat there, turned it on, and I'd pass out to cartoons. Unless Nick at Night came on. Then it was, I watched Dick Van Dyke, and whatever the other chick's name is that did a few shows with him. Mary Tyler Moore, I think it was.
Yeah.
Because she had a show where she was like a news lady or some such that came on right after Dick Van Dyke.
Yeah.
I love the Dick Van Dyke show. That one that he did, love it. Perfect.
I remember that show popping up on cable. And I remember people talking
It
about
was Nick at Night on the Nickelodeon channel when the kids should be asleep, so we're going to put on old TV shows for Grandpa who can't fall asleep. Shit he watched as a kid.
Is that what that was?
That's exactly what Nick at Night was. You should be asleep because you're under 16.
I always thought they just wanted
under
to put
16 to
old-timey
15.
shows on cable.
So, no. It was because you should be asleep as a kid, so we're putting on adult shows. Because Fox originally did...
Yes, Catbutt.
Whatever. Fox originally did Power Rangers. But then it got sold to ABC, a.k.a. Disney, a.k.a. 50 other channels. But I mean, that was... Because originally on cable it was... You had ABC... And they had the kids shows they did in the afternoon, right after school, right before school, depending on where you lived in the country. And it was, then it was just regular, family broadcasting. Then it was, okay, the kids should go to bed, so here's stuff for the adults who grew up to it, or the grandparents who were possibly babysitting the kids to watch, because you remember when these shows came out, so nostalgia hour, essentially, or hours, because it went to like 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning, then it switched back over to cartoons.
Mm-hmm.
And the only reason I knew that is because one night I couldn't fall asleep and I just sat there. Literally, I was asleep with my eyes open, zoned out, just, oh, I've seen this show. Oh, I know this show. Oh, this show. Oh, this. I was aware without being fully, conscious. I was there without being there.
I don't know why I never dawned that that's what that was, because
Outlaw Hour for Nickelodeon?
Yeah, because for all this time, I would just, watch shows, and then at a certain point, suddenly black and white TV and other stuff was popping up, and I'm like, okay, I guess
it was
we're watching
black and white, and then the Mary Tyler Moore show was like one of the first that Mary Tyler Moore did, and that's when Dick Van Dyke turned to colors when Mary Tyler Moore show came out.
I never knew any of this. I'm today years old learning that I was watching the Dick Van Dyke show and not just watching random old-timey shows that came out.
Oh no, that shit was casual. They kept that shit for decades. At least 2 decades. Because it wasn't until I was in my teenage years.
Is that better? I was not holding it on purpose, but is that better?
Nipples.
She said Mike is hiding TPA.
No. It was just cuddling up to my beard on the picture.
Yeah.
Because I got the bushy beard, so clearly that one's me.
Yes.
But you never do that?
No, I did not. I honestly,
It was like an instant
for the
click
longest
in my
time,
brain.
I'd watch Smallville, I'd watch Supernatural, and then, you know, especially as a teenager and actually able to follow that shit, because before I was just a kid with being like, oh, cartoons are on. Oh,
Ooh, I
shows,
like this show.
yeah, or shows I like are on. Okay, cool. And after a certain point, I'd be like, okay, I guess time to play the PS2 now, or play my Game Boy, because, you know, all these old-timey shows are on and I don't know them. And then later on as a teenager, I was like, that guy's pretty good in the show. Why is this in black and white? I guess I'm still watching this. And then later on, as the more shows were popping up, and then later on, I started seeing people reference it, and I'm like, do you know about that show? And they're like, yeah.
It was a decade after my generation, essentially.
Mm-hmm.
So I was becoming a teenager, so they didn't keep it late at night, the same shows, because they changed a few of them. And I know that because you're
Wait,
referencing
wasn't there a
stuff.
host that was doing the Dick Van Dyke Show?
That is Dick Van Dyke.
Oh.
That is the guy. He is the...
That's why he'd
as
pop
far
up
as
in
I'm
that
concerned,
commentary.
he's the most famous actor I know, and his career when I started becoming an adult was some of the movies he was still going into and stuff. It's like, yeah, that motherfucker's like rich as shit. He's like, oh, yeah, you put me in that movie.
I thought they were just being nice to the guy and letting him talk a lot.
No!
Because he'd come out and talk to the screen.
It was the old intro to shows.
Okay.
He'd come out, he'd give like a 2 to 5 minute spiel, either talking about the show or just talking in general, and then they just go into the show.
I was surprised.
They did that on a lot of. Did you not notice that with WandaVision? When they were doing the black and white for WandaVision, how she kind of talked to the camera
Yes.
before the show started.
Yeah, that was the fourth wall break.
Yeah, it's just like Dick Van Dyke. The host, the main character, is talking to the audience before. Okay, now to the show, and here's what the hell happens.
I did notice that Count John Campy and a few others were referencing the Dick Van Dyke Show, but I never realized that I had watched the Dick Van Dyke Show.
It never clicked.
No.
You should probably look that up on your phone, the Dick Van Dyke Show. Just to make sure you're thinking of the right show. But I mean, for me, it's just an instant knowledge. Because I remember watching that shit when I was probably not supposed to be up with the TV still. Because the only reason I know that is because once somebody came in and turned off the TV.
Yeah.
And that was the one night where I just zoned out. I was in between realities.
Yeah, I watched that.
Yeah.
Yeah, when I was a teenager, I was playing a lot.
And you were a little shit.
Yeah, and I didn't realize it.
Yeah, dude, I watched that all through my childhood, like from Nikki's age to like Connor's age, dude. 12. From like the age of 5 or 6 to the age of 12.
For copyright reasons, I cannot play anything for the Dick Van Dyke Show.
Well,
so
of course not.
hopefully
but I mean,
you just know what I'm talking about.
Mentioning it, well, one, it shows my age more than yours. But yeah.
Oh, she said, is it normally echoey? I have no idea, honestly. Nobody watches. Well, a few people watch.
Nobody usually watches us live.
Yeah, it's mostly like, I like Michael, don't diss him. Wait, what?
Michael?
Who the hell said Michael?
How many back is that?
I don't know.
I didn't even notice when that popped up.
Yeah, I don't know. Echoey, no idea.
It's the room. We don't have little foam blah blah stuck to the walls.
Yeah.
I mean, if you did, your recording might be a hair better.
Yeah.
So.
Well, I'm thinking about investing in.
Don't actually get the freaking ones that like every YouTuber's got.
It's just gonna be a stand with a wall of styrofoam.
No.
And I would just put it right here.
We go to Harbor Freight. You buy the 4 square like floor mats, cut them up into 4 more squares, and put them on the wall.
Well, I was also gonna get the. It's like $50.
Why? It's like $5, $10 max for the floor mats like you put in your garage or your gym and the basement sort of stuff.
Yeah. The reason why I was thinking about doing that is so I could do the audiobook recordings and have them be better.
Well, no, I understand, but I'm saying you could put it like one behind the TV, so that way if you have something playing on the TV through your laptop or whatever, that it's not doing the echo thing. But if you have them over here when you're recording, it doesn't give the reflective blah blah.
Oh, you mean Mike? Oh. I was making an offhand comment about how she'd be watching Michael McChill, and she's like, I like Michael, don't diss him.
I still don't know who you're talking about, but okay.
It's a streamer guy that she watches frequently.
Like I said, not a clue. You have to show me the picture of the broadcast or whoever the hell it is.
We'll go ahead and show you a picture or something.
Just some bullshit reference piece, yeah.
See here.
Because, I mean, Dick Van Dyke, I grew up on that crap. Kind of like, if you had a TV, you grew up on that stuff. Because that was like, if I remember correctly, one of the original, I think it was on NBC, ABC. I think NBC is also one of the channels that did Nickelodeon.
Yeah.
No, Fox did Nickelodeon. Yeah, Fox owns Nickelodeon.
It's a streamer guy that's on Twitch.
Does it show his face?
This guy, I think, is his face. Long hair, beard.
Okay, I don't recognize him. So, nobody I pay attention to.
He's like 26, apparently.
He's a young guy.
Yep.
Nothing wrong with that. But, she said something.
It's like both mics are picking you up, both, so the sound is doubled.
Interesting.
That is very interesting.
So we are in stereo.
Talk about wall of sound.
Right? But, yeah, no, I mean, because there for a little while they didn't do the second person, the lady I was talking about, there for a few years. And then they just put her in.
Yeah.
Like, it was Dick Van Dyke, her, and then they did other shows. So it was just one of those things I didn't notice, but when they finally put it in, the Mary Tyler Moore Show, or whatever it was called, but that was the actress, I'm just like, oh, I know her, she's on the Dick Van Dyke Show. She's one of the regular characters that always popped up in the show.
Yeah.
For, I don't even remember how many seasons, until she got famous enough to start her own show. So.
Does that help? Like, I'm talking into the microphone. I'd open up the bandwidth just a bit, but now I'm closing it a little bit. Does that help?
No, does this one help? Because I turned this up a hair earlier.
Okay.
She will tell us.
She'll tell us sometime soon, in the next decade.
Y'all seen Eye of Judy, a.k.a. Ghostiel. But anywho, back to the show. Or back to you watching a movie.
It helps.
Okay.
Cool.
Which one? His adjustment or mine?
Helps a little.
We can do what we can do.
There you go. I turned the volume down on my microphone. Hopefully that helps too. But yeah, I'd honestly never known that I was watching the vet. It was funny is they probably announced it a few times during the broadcast. This is the Dick Van Dyke Show, and I'd never noticed it.
They showed it or said something at the very beginning, and when they come back from commercials, back to the Dick Van Dyke Show or something corny. Because, I mean, you know, it's an old TV show, so they did the little thing to tell you the commercial's done.
Yeah. Though the funny thing is quite a few black and white TV shows would pop up on cable as like reruns while I was looking up stuff on the internet about other things, and I probably never noticed that I was watching a bunch of black and white TV. I just knew it was playing in the background, and it was playing it every so often. I'd be watching it, and then I'd go back to my internet stuff, and then I'd be watching it, but I honestly didn't follow it.
Well, see, that's where my humor comes from, because you've heard my goofy shit I say, and you laugh your ass off at it, and I laugh my ass off at my own humor, because if you don't make yourself laugh, you're an idiot. But
His. Oh, yours.
Mine. So turning it down.
Yeah.
Okay. So we try one more time. See if that helps a little bit better.
Yeah.
But what was I talking about? But that's where I get my comedy, because of the comedy from the Dick Van Dyke Show and shows that are that old, the original comics who were on TV, and then also seeing the original. I can't even remember the guy's name off the top of my head because I'm having a brain fart, but one of the original black comics.
Yeah.
The guy who said the outrageous, like, out there stuff that, oh my God, somebody said it. Oh wait, he's black. He can say that sort of stuff, sort of thing, because it's from his point of view, from his, group, his, area, and whatnot, and from the black community, and that sort of comedy is where I get some of my comedy ha-has. I get a little bit also from Tim Allen, because I'm like, okay, another guy named Tim. I also like Joe Rogan and Bill Kreischer, or Bart Kreischer, and there's another one I'm forgetting. Actually, there's another 3 or 4 I'm forgetting. But I mean, they all fit in. A little bit different, but the old school comedy is where I know I click, because I tell certain things to you or other people and they laugh.
Yeah.
And then while I'm watching a comedy special for comics I haven't seen in a while or whatnot, it improves itself, or I see, oh, no wonder I like or tell jokes this way, because that's the type of humor I like. Well, that makes sense.
Yeah, see, and I grew up on Tim Allen. He's one of the various comic people that I would, and you'll hear me say things that like came from like Larry the Cable Guy or some of the other people. It's just like offhand stuff that I'm not even thinking about. It's just like it just happens, and like I say jokes or
when you grow up
quotes.
With that stuff,
Yeah.
It's the thing. Like, you're not a redneck if it's like, oh, I love these ones. All right, shut up.
Yep. and like I don't see. It's hard for me to think about the jokes and stuff because they just happen because they're like cognitively in my DNA.
Well, I also think some people, especially like us,
I was trying to quote one just now and it didn't happen.
You had a brain fart on it. But see, the funny part about comedy is I like talking to people, but being up on a stage with bright lights in my face, oh, hell no. I think that's why I never went into stand-up, because if I did, I know I could get 1,000 people to laugh their asses off at my stupidity.
Well, it's technically reflecting on their own stupidity, because if they're laughing at the joke, that means they understand the joke.
Yes, and if they're bitching and complaining, oh, who brought you to my show? Because I've even seen comics say that. Oh, you don't like my joke? So who dragged you here? I actually saw a short of a comic. Well, who told you about this? My mom. What's her name? Or, and they were talking back and forth because it's the comic at like a comedy shop or bar and talking to the audience, and I don't know her, son. So he made a joke about it, but it's the thing that, oh no, she just said you should go to the comedy store and listen.
Yeah.
Tonight. Just go. Have fun. This will be something fun I know you'll enjoy. So it wasn't him specific. It was go to the comedy shop, whatever local one it was, and sit. You'll enjoy it.
Yeah.
And he took his girlfriend, I think it was, or wife. But the guy was talking to the guy, and my mom told me to come. Oh, is she and then they started talking about, is she a fan? I don't know. She just said come down to the comedy show.
Yeah.
He's like, oh, all right, next person. Well, I mean, because you can hear the audience in the background, they laugh at that one because he's ripping the guy.
Yes.
I mean, he's not trying to be mean, but he's like, all right, next jackass.
Well, half the comedy today is just ripping or insulting or, otherwise some form of demeaning towards somebody else. So.
But see, it doesn't always have to be.
It doesn't have to be, no, but it is. Like.
Well, that's why I like some of the comics I like. It's like, they're not trying to be mean, but they're like, here's what I've noticed, and no offense, here's why it's stupid, and y'all are stupid for agreeing with it, from my point of view.
Yeah.
You laugh at it. Somebody complains. Well, don't blame me. I didn't say it. I'm just pointing it out.
Mm-hmm.
I love that crap.
Yeah, it's,
I mean, that's like you've seen people get pissed at me. Like, yeah, they were pissed, but it was funny. They're like, okay, I did my job.
Yeah. What's funny is there was that one comedian that you showed me. I think it was on Instagram or one of the other sites, and it was the
one
video.
Of the ha-has I've sent you?
Yeah, it was like the guy who was talking about how the difference between a cat person and a dog person.
Yeah. That's I can't remember his name off the top of my head, but no, he's one of the comics I like, the bald guy.
Where where he's sitting there, this guy had a head full of hair, but he was talking about how the cats will be non-existent. Whereas he comes outside to get the people to see his dog, he'd be like, I remember whether the dog's name was Charlie or something else, but he'd be like, Charlie, Charlie, and then he'd go over and see the dog eating his own ass.
Yeah.
And how people are trying to be like dogs, and it's like.
Well, that's when he had hair. Right now, he's actually shaved.
Oh, okay.
But I mean, he was losing his hair, so I don't know if he's shaving what's left on his head or if it's just finally he's full bald.
Yeah.
But either way, yeah, it's the same comic I was saying earlier. But now he's bald. But I mean, I love his comedy because it's kind of that.
Yeah,
straightforward, no bullshit. Here's the funny part about how, no offense, we all act.
Yeah, but it's also very very smart ass and very sarcastic too. But it's making fun of the fact of not only himself
humans,
but
this
people
is how
around
we
him.
act.
Yes,
we try to make our animals like us, or we want to be like our animals. I don't give a shit.
I rewatched that clip at least 5 times, and I was dying of laughter. And then I was sad because I couldn't share it with my team at work because I was working at the time. I was like, probably not a good idea to share this with the team because it's talking about eating his own asshole.
No, it's talking about the dog.
Yeah. Well, either way, because it's talking about how people want to be like their dogs.
No, he's talking about his dog. And that's why he eats his wife's asshole. I mean, he didn't say that, but clearly it was there.
It's like, yeah, you can't reach your own asshole. You can show your wife's asshole. The echo finally stopped. Huzzah. Well, awesome. And then she put
this one down a little bit more.
And then she put O.O. Because we're talking about eating ass.
A dog eats his own asshole. Cats say, "Lick my asshole" to another cat.
Yes.
So I mean, that's where cat owners. Oh, I'm just gonna lay here and be useless and worthless unless I'm hungry. Yes, I'm talking about you.
Dave's
what
just
do you want?
What?
Yes, you came out from hiding under the table. Would you like something?
Hey, Dave.
But anywho, back to Avatar.
Hey, little shit.
Your cat wants attention. But anywho, back to Avatar. Y'all were watching the movies.
I'm stroking my next pussy.
Yeah, your other hermaphrodite.
Except for he's been snipped.
But I mean, well, yeah, that's a little loud. Or we are.
Whoops.
But I mean, we laugh like we're at a comedy show all the time, so.
Yes.
Because thus is life. And
I'm a
now
cat.
he's like,
I'm a kitty cat. I dance,
what
dance,
the
dance, and I
fuck
dance,
are
dance,
you
dance.
doing, Dad?
Dance, 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 dance. He's like, I protest.
You wanted attention, jackass.
Here you go, buddy.
Now you got your attention. But anywho, back to Avatar.
Oh yeah, something about Avatar.
Spaceships and weird shit.
Yeah, spaceships,
on the new Avatar.
aliens. Have you seen it yet?
Nope, and I don't care to.
Oh, you don't care to?
No,
So
the first one was okay, and they came out with the second one. I'm like, why do I need to watch another one of these? I saw the first one. Fuck off.
yeah.
You're not getting my money. Kiss my ass. I'll wait another year or two, and then it'll be on Prime.
It's an
or
above
Netflix, so-
average story where the CGI and the graphics are what makes the experience what it is.
Well, I mean, wasn't that the case with the first one too?
Yeah, the first one was indigenous tribes and Jake Sully, our main character, trying to get involved with the tribe, and then he tries to get his dick wet with the alien girl.
Don't you know what that is?
White
people, America.
Pocahontas.
No, white people, America. Indians. We're gonna take all their shit and fuck their women.
I mean,
that's exactly what the story is.
With the way that the story was panning out with this one, like that's very much the idea. That
who was it? Somebody made
James
a comment
Cameron obviously
about it.
Feels about the military and some of the other things that are in there.
Oh yeah, but I mean, I heard somebody make a quick, just quick talk about it, about how the first one was this and the second one's the exact same shit, except for the guy in the first movie who was trying to be transferred into his alien body didn't fuck the chick, didn't have a kid with her, but there's some random kid that he's like adopted her. Made some comment about kid that doesn't have a dad, but yet where's the original people from the original movie?
So, in this story, Quaritch, who is the bad guy in the last one, he has cloned himself.
I was more talking about the handicapped guy who finally got his legs back.
Oh, that guy. Yeah, he's turned into an alien, I think, if I remember correctly.
Because they did that for the chick who almost died. They transferred her over to her alien clone body.
Yeah.
And then he wanted to do that so that way he'd have his legs again.
They're all hybrids. They're all hybrids. They're hybrid aliens. Like, they're part alien and part human.
Yeah, because we made alien bodies, but we had to put human DNA in it so that way it would work when we transferred your consciousness into it.
Yeah. So she, her mom, the one girl that's in the movie, that's Katie or Keaty, I think is her name.
Is it?
I kept thinking her name was Kitty because that's I thought they kept calling her was Kitty, but it might be Katie.
Their accents.
Sigourney Weaver for the first one. She has a role in this one, but it's in the sense that she is in flashbacks and video archive footage. The girl that's in the movie, the girl alien is her daughter.
Oh, so she got reeled by an alien after she got transferred into her alien body.
She gets.
Oh, that's even more.
And they were making jokes about how the one scientist alien, the smart guy, I think his name is not Ned, but something else.
Okay, but anywho,
redhead guy who was in the first one, he becomes an alien in this one, but they were all joking, especially Spider the boy, and then like the kid aliens, they were all joking around about how he nailed her, how he nailed her mom.
Still in his human body.
Yeah, like Spider's still human. He was like the one human out of the group that I remember, aside from the army people, the soldiers.
Marines.
Yeah, the Marine. They were super one-dimensional. Like
it was Marines.
Yeah, like
the only reason I remember that is because they talked about some stuff and the way they went over it, and the brother, because he became handicapped, couldn't go or retired from the military.
Yeah.
And him, like his brother, were in the Marines.
Mm-hmm.
And because Dad's a Marine, you mentioned that. Click. Okay. Fact stored for absolutely no reason other than you said something I recognize. Okay.
Yeah, it's essentially
weird factoids.
The point of The Way of Water, the title of the movie, factors into the last act. It factors into a moment where they're in the water and the kid is teaching his dad about being part of the water, like being part of the language, the song of the water, and that's without spoiling. I'm not spoiling anything really to the movie because of the fact that I'm not saying what it was, but basically he's teaching him how to hold his breath underwater, and they spent like the first act and part of the second act not being able to hold their breath that much underwater. They kept having to they'd go down and then have to come back up for air every 5 seconds because they were in the forest for so long. For me,
that translates into, oh, you don't know how to swim? Let's go to the pool, motherfucker. I can't swim. I can't.
Yeah, and the chief of the other tribes, his kids were constantly making fun of Jake Sully's kids. But
I mean, it's the thing. We're swimmers, and then you meet that one guy who can't swim.
Oh, Jake has 3 kids. with Natiri, and they adopted Kiri.
Yeah,
Natiri and Kiri, because
the
the
one
names.
without a dad.
Yeah, yeah, because Kiri.
Which they thought was possibly the handicapped guys and the original.
He has
chick
4
that he
kids,
fell in
not
love
3.
with. They had a baby, but they've died because they were trying to fight the Marines, so they were killed off. So that's their kid that the doctor adopted.
What are you doing?
Dave jumped. Simba went shit, and threw your mouse on the ground.
Oh.
I saw the whole thing out of my peripheral. But I mean, that's what their headcanon that they were talking about would make sense for the storyline. But they never say anything about it in the movie. I think that's kind of bullshit. Was their complaint about it?
Oh, she put her hand up. Like, she put multiple hands up in the air. And she's just all like...
Why are they pink? Did you kill somebody and just didn't get all the blood washed off? What's going on here? Shit, it's that time of the month. Smack the screen.
Yeah,
but was it a good movie?
It was.
Okay.
Overall. It's an above average family movie with revenge in it.
But I mean, I don't know. You talking about swimming, that's like taking somebody who's never swam. Water, what's that? You swim in the lake? Wait, there's swimming pools? You know, that sort of stuff.
No, Jake and Natiri had the 2 boys and 1 girl, biological. Can you, like, stop correcting me?
Well,
I'm pretty sure that was 4.
The extra one was the adopted one. That they don't talk about in the original 2 couple, the handicapped guy and the other original,
Now she put 4 dino heads.
Yeah.
Wait, what the fuck is these emojis coming from? Like, where are you getting them?
I think they're the freaking ones from YouTube.
YouTube? What?
They're YouTube emojis.
Oh, YouTube emojis? She said never. Yeah, because she's never going to stop correcting me.
She's a woman, what do you expect? But anywho...
Got married to her, now she'll never stop correcting me.
They can try, but we are always right and fuck off. But anywho, back on to talking about movies and stuff and funny stuff. I always thought it was funny because I grew up, Virginia, swimming. Yeah. Moved to Oklahoma, swam, any chance I got. Now I have a gym membership. I'm going to swim and screw off.
Yeah.
If I want to go, I just go.
Yep.
and my whole thing about it is, oh yeah, no, just go. Do it. But why? What do you mean, why? There's no why. There's like, I'm going to have fun, so I'm going to.
The basic YouTube? Oh, apparently she says basic YouTube gives her these emojis. I have never seen these fucking emojis, so I don't know what the hell you're talking about.
I never deal with the emojis on YouTube or...
I just simply make comments on people's
Twitch
videos with words.
If it's live chat and there's more than 1,000 people, I'll throw in a sentence.
Yeah.
Maybe every half an hour. If I want to.
To be fair, though, you can't type very well.
No, I type slow.
So, like, if there was like 1,000 comments, by the time Karnage got through like a sentence or 2, there'd be 5,000 more comments.
I throw it in there. If they see it, they see it. If they don't, screw it.
Yeah.
But with certain people I watch, like Snow White Poison Apple, or is it Poison Apple Snow White? Either way. Her when she jumps on Twitch and I have free time, I'll get on there because me and her shoot the shit for like half an hour,
Yeah.
She's just one of my online, we became decent, I guess, friends. Because we're not mutuals. Well, I don't actually know if we're mutuals. I'd have to look at my TikTok. But, I mean, we shoot the shit until somebody else pops in. And then I'll bounce into the conversation for a while until I gotta cook dinner or do something. It's like, alright, I gotta go actually live life.
Yeah.
Have a good one.
I will have to say, though, this Avatar movie, with the way the graphics were and the way that, like, they did a lot of the effects, it is a visually stunning movie. And that's saying a lot, since we live in a world where Avengers movies and this movies and those movies all have amazing graphics. Like, we're not in the time of like when Avatar 1 came out and when like graphics were considered, Avatar was considered
I'm not about a
groundbreaking.
sitting spot, Dave. Get
And
the fuck off of me.
I didn't believe that they could go further than that. I believed that it would be about the same as the first and that the graphics would be okay. But like this movie fucking like
put your dick energy on my jacket.
I was very stunned with the level of like fidelity with the high quality of like graphics and shit. Like,
well, I mean, look at the original. If you look at the if you can find it, because it's like almost impossible to find the original like Star Wars VHS.
Yeah.
And see how the graphics were shitty and the way they couldn't just like cut stuff out and put in things.
Yeah. That's how it is with Michael McChill chat and I, to be honest. What?
Talking about what I was talking about.
Oh.
About trying to throw something in. They don't see it because 100 messages are going by a second.
Yeah.
Thus is podcasting and especially YouTube Live. That's what it is.
Yeah, like I was very blown away by how the graphics were on this movie. Like
just think about it this way.
It's crazy.
In 10 more years, you won't even need to go to the theater. It'll be, okay, everybody should have a VR set. No, we're poor white people, or we're just poor people in general. Well, fuck you. We're just putting it out on
the graphics are so amazing. The movie is literally in the theater. You're inside the movie now.
Yes. Yes. That is the next step.
You sit there.
They'll be there in the next 10 years.
Okay, what seats are you wanting? G7 and G6? All right, your VR headsets are right there. Just remember to put them in the bay when you get done. Shit, should we run? There's a bunch of gunfire happening. Babe, this is the movie.
No.
No. Okay.
If they get to the point of real VR, not just the bullshit headset that they have now, it will be, here's your eyeballs, here's your fake weapon, or here's your thing, or here, hold a purse, because now you are the lady walking down the street when Hulk comes running to kill the bad guy, and you're going to go, holy shit, that sort of stuff. There is no more, you go to the movie theater, you are part of it. And what was it? Joe Rogan's talked about it a few times, and so have a few other people I watch. It's like, with some of the contracts people sign for movies and some of the stuff that, if you're not paying attention to, is in some of the contracts, with deep fakes and the way they capture your voice and the way technology is, they don't even need you. Thanks. We already paid you for all your shit. Now we're just going to make movies without you. Fuck off.
Yeah.
We don't need you. We paid you your $100 million. Go live your life. Thank you for your face and your dick or whatever. If you do porn, I think you'd be able to do porn that way.
That'd be so interesting.
My cock. All right, now I'm in every porn everywhere. I'm rich. This is awesome. Dude, now they have your face in some random freaking superhero movie.
So this is what she said. So that's how it is with Michael McChill chat. And to be honest, no, I meant the friendship comment. I'm not sure what you mean by that.
Oh, what I was saying. Usually the only person in chat for a while. Shoot shit back and forth.
Oh, okay.
Online friends are more real than real friends because I don't have any real friends. I got you, motherfucker. You an in-law. I just drag your ass everywhere. You family, bitch. Hey, we're going to the gym. All right, let's go shoot this shit and kick ass.
That's what Paul's sister said, actually, was that he was talking to me today after the podcast was over, and we were talking about friends and acquaintances and, like, family and shit, and, like, whether or not you would take a bullet for the person. Like, it was a really interesting chat.
Take a bullet for my kids. Anybody else, depends on who it is and depends on the situation. Or just pull my gun out and shoot them. Shoot the person who's got the gun. Or, just depends on the situation, too, because they usually have a knife on me, so, I mean...
Yeah.
He's holding that guy up. He's not paying attention to me. Oh, cool, he's not noticing me.
Yeah.
I just walk up and,
Mm-hmm.
my mind, I've told you about it. My mind goes to, ooh, how can I kill this person? Stop going there. Fine. Go through the thought. Okay. Ooh, that's a good idea. Oh no, I wouldn't use that on. Oh, I know who could use that on. Store that for later. And keep living life.
Yeah.
I've admitted I'm a narcissist. I think I'm a psychopath because I don't use emotions a lot of the time. Most of my emotions, it's either happy or angry.
Yeah.
That's my range. The only love I show is the family. And I don't know if that's because I've been taught that or because I actually feel it. That's always something I've always had an issue with. Is this feeling because I feel it or something that I've been taught to feel?
Probably both, maybe.
But see, that's the way...
Because most of what we know is what we've been taught. And what we actually feel.
But see, the way I can... In my mind, it goes back to, like, the vampire... Like, Vampire Diaries TV show.
Yeah.
Their vampire mythology. Emotions off.
Like a switch.
Yeah. And I know I can do that, and sometimes I do that. Okay, this situation calls for no emotions, just... But, I mean, I think that's also a guy thing. Sometimes you just turn off your emotions, you do what you gotta do to get to the end of the week or wherever you're trying to get to. Once you get there, you turn emotions, yes, I did the thing, and then, okay, turn it back off, I gotta go back to the bullshit.
Yeah. That's the funny thing is that for me, like, I tend to bottle shit up, and so, but I also try to turn it off. So I ended up becoming numb to, like, everything, and
you gotta know how to... You turn it on so that way you don't become too numb, but yet you can turn it off at just, not even a thought, just, okay, emotions are off because they're useless right now.
Yeah.
I mean, you saw me when my life kind of went the hectic. I was like, okay, off.
Yeah, well, then you started talking about starting fires.
My pyro came out, yes.
Yes.
I'm either a psycho, sociopath, or I am...
Your angry American boy came out.
Well, I'm the ever-moving... Or, no, what is it? Clayface. I'm Clayface.
Yeah.
I can adjust to every situation.
Yeah. I
am never the same me 2 days in a row. You've even pointed that out. It's like, yesterday you said complete bullshit. I thought about it a little bit more, and I'm like, it's not 100% bullshit.
Yeah, well, when I say American boys, because there's a lot of people out there that are in our country that are like, if I just burned it all down, I could start over or something. And they like talk about doing that a lot, and then like threaten, doing a lot of things. And then
don't threaten, you just
and then everyone
do or you don't do.
Yeah, and then people like get all like high and mighty over it, but yet they're the next person online that has that meltdown.
Right? Well, the funny part I always get is it's not the meltdown. It's the lead up to the meltdown. And she did a couple more.
Psychopaths don't have any empathy. You have empathy, so more than likely sociopathy and PTSD. Ooh. Turning it off is a trauma response.
I've heard that. I've also heard if you turn it off for too long, you just don't feel emotions and you become a psychopath.
Yeah.
I don't mind being a sociopath. And what was that, PTSD?
Yeah, so
no, I don't
said
have
you have
PTSD. I'm
empathy,
not like
so more
Dad.
than likely sociopathy
Dad
and PTSD.
PTSD. Because conflict and, okay, you need to calm down. But, I understand. Nobody's listening in rage mode.
Yeah.
That's his PTSD because he fell and busted his head. Oh, you don't have it. Bullshit, dude. His brain was black in the scan, got a blessing, and then it's only a pin dot. Or marker dot. It was like tiny as hell.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's the thing. Bullshit. Falling on your head and busting your head, basically being brain dead, gives you PTSD if you come back from it. If you don't, you're just dead. We put you in a box, we put you in the ground.
Yeah. Now, I very much believe that he's got massive PTSD.
Oh, yeah. But the doctor's like, but when you were in the military, you didn't go to war and get shot at. Motherfucker, you're not listening. After he got out, 5 years later, when he was starting to become true himself, back to normal, back to regular mode from being in the Marines or military mode, where you have to, the gun is who you are always possibly under attack, always be ready to defend your life and your country at the drop of a fucking pen, to normal, you're on the edge of becoming full yourself again, and you fall and break your brain. And the sidewalk. That was always the part he laughed about. That he's such a hardhead, he fell, broke the cement and himself. He cracked the cement when he hit the ground.
So he's a Nokia.
A Wawa?
I
Say
know.
that again.
So he's a Nokia. You know what a Nokia is, right?
Original Nokia, maybe.
Yeah, like he's the Nokia that
Old school Nokia.
you drop the Nokia and the floor breaks. You drop a Samsung or an iPhone and the phone probably breaks or chips.
Depends
You drop
on how
the
far
Nokia
back. But
and
see,
and the floor breaks.
Nokia, Samsung, before the iPhone came out, when they were the original couple companies, and there was like one or two other like little shit ones.
Mm-hmm.
They made the phones you could shoot the damn thing and it wouldn't break.
Oh, she said, I made TPA say ooh woo. Ooh woo. You happy now? Ooh woo.
Whatever. But anywho,
She's gonna be, she's gonna be giggling like crazy now, right?
You think I care? I love making everybody laugh or shit their pants. That is where I get my energy. You've seen it at the gym. I say something.
She's also probably covering her face right
notice
now.
what everybody else is doing, but you notice and like, you just pissed off like 5 people. 1 point for today. I am achieving my goal. They know who I am. They cannot get me out of their head. Score!
She's probably covering her face right now and beat red.
Oh, I wouldn't doubt it. Alright, she threw another one.
Now say ara ara.
Awa,
Ara ara. I don't even know why she's having me say this shit. I think it's an anime thing.
Her anime, not my anime. It's the girl anime, not the man anime. Man anime. I kill you. You try to hurt my family. Let's fight for freaking 3 episodes to see who's the strongest.
Yeah, my name is Inigo Montoya. You killed my father. Prepare to die.
Love that movie.
All I had
And
to
if
say was
anybody
that.
doesn't know that movie or like that movie, oh, we can't be friends anymore. Have a wonderful life, you piece of shit.
Did you know he failed to do his job 11 times before he finally did it, which is why he's got the most fulfilling character arc?
Yeah. But I mean, I like it because he the guy that he's trying to kill, like, stabs him like, what was it, 10, 12 times?
It was quite a bit, yeah.
And he's like, I am
Yeah.
Stop getting up. But I am.
Yeah.
Motherfucker,
The sheer
you just
will to
died.
complete his mission was running through his entire body, and he was practically vibrating by the time he was done.
The adrenaline. I will finish my goal.
Yeah.
But I mean, honestly, my favorite part of that movie is actually the guy who's supposed to be in charge of the mercenaries.
Yeah.
And the switching of the glasses and him trying to be, I'm the smarter one, and then and then they both drink the drink and it's poison. No, you idiot! I poisoned both the drinks. I've been putting half a drop, or such minuscule amount into my drinks for forever.
Yep.
Now I'm immune to it. Haha, you're a dumbass. Well, I hope you like being dead.
Inconceivable.
Yeah. Like you say that word a lot. Do you know what it means?
I do not think what you think what that word means.
I do not think you know what that word means.
Yes. Now she put ghost faces and then kitty cat faces.
Pussy. But yeah. But anywho, back to the National Treasure series.
Oh yeah, that's right. We're reviewing that, aren't we?
Well, we went off on a tangent like I do and drag you with me, or like you do, and then I throw myself in.
By the way, in Avatar: The Way of Water, there's a Moby Dick.
Of course there is. There's always a dick.
Guy
Well, I
loses.
mean, am I wrong?
Guy gets his hand like ripped off or his arm ripped off while trying to defeat the whale, and it's a Moby Dick like thing.
Arm. You should have bit his leg off. This would have been funnier. And then some of the people look in the movie theater look at you. What the fuck is he talking about? Moby Dick. And then they'd be like, "Oh, you asshole! You just ruined the movie." Did I really, or did I just point out they were stupid and bit off the wrong piece of appendage? Okay, now back to the movie.
What's funny is the characters that were in this movie are going to end up coming back for both movie 3, movie 4, and I think movie 5 from what I was being told by IMDb and Wikipedia. And they're characters that like either are dead or not confirmed dead. Though one of them is probably coming back.
Oh, so the boy's coming back?
Which one?
The Marine boy?
Oh.
Her real father, because her mother died. Or the mommy's coming back because daddy died trying to save us all, and I almost died too. So I've been gone for 13 years of your life, you fucking bitch. Now that you're a teenager. Sort of shit.
Bad guy coming back.
Fuck the bad guy.
Probably redemption arc.
No, not redemption arc. The bad guy always comes back. Now, can they turn him into a good guy? Yes. Is he going to be a pain in the ass about it? Of course. Will that happen? You have to come to the movie theater and find out.
Pay another $20, please.
Yeah.
Make
wait
us
till
$2 billion.
It comes out on Prime because we get like $5 a view on that shit.
Yeah.
And 1 million people will watch it. Woohoo! I made $5 million for sitting on my ass. Because Amazon Prime bought it and I made like $5 per watch. Even though they made $20 to make people buy it before it went out free on their platform.
Yes.
Shit like that, I'm like, oh wait. That's like with the Jurassic Park, I'm like, do you want me to buy it? Nah, I'm gonna wait till it's free, you dumbass. And then you're like, it's free. I'm like, idiots.
Yeah.
But I mean, I know what's gonna happen.
I knew you like dinosaur stuff, and I knew that we've talked about it before, so that's why when I found it and everything, and I watched a lot of it, I immediately texted you and was like, put in caps, oh my god, blah, 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 blah. It's like the 90s one, and like the original. And I was just like, oh my god, this is how you do it. And then you're like, your response was, okay. And I was just like going, all right, well,
Emotions
maybe he'll
neutral.
like it, maybe he won't.
Okay. I was wondering when they were going to put that on for free. Alright. Gotta put that on the watch list this week. Only thought.
Yeah.
'Cause I'm like, no emotion until I'm actually watching it and enjoying it. Until then, off.
Yeah. Yeah, like, so with National Treasure,
I like the beginning
okay.
where she meets the grandpa, who's supposed to be one of the character from the movie, but they couldn't get the original actor
Yes.
to play the grandpa
Mm-hmm.
because he doesn't look that much older than he.
I
did
think
when
it
he
was the
played
same
this
guy,
part.
though.
No, it wasn't.
According to 2 different movie sites.
Yeah, if it is, you will have to show me because I thought it was somebody different.
No, it was the same
Or
guy.
maybe he was one of the other agents that wasn't the one on the main screen talking to Nicolas Cage's character.
It might have been that way. The movies came out forever ago, so it could have been anything. Guy probably just
I got
didn't
it
age
sitting
well.
there on the. You started it like a minute in, and then you like didn't watch it. So maybe I'll jump in and watch it this week or maybe tomorrow for shits and giggles.
Wait, what? Which one?
The original National Treasure movie.
Oh, yeah. I'm gonna rewatch it myself. I'm gonna rewatch the originals.
I know the name that he said, but I thought it was a different actor that played that character.
Yeah.
So I'm like, I wonder if they got a different actor to play it because they couldn't get the original actor.
No, I think that they just couldn't get Nicolas Cage back because.
Well, no, I knew they couldn't do that, but I'm saying the guy who, like,
Although
he gets
it would be
told
awesome if he
by
came
the
back for
bad
season
guys that Nicolas Cage's character is doing something illegal, so they essentially bullshit arrest him.
2. Yeah.
And then when Nicolas Cage's characters talk to the guy, the main FBI agent, he's like, "Oh, okay, I'll let you go. Go find this stuff and, bring back our actual national treasure."
Yeah. Yeah, because Ben Gates couldn't come back, but apparently his friend did. Riley? Riley was back.
Yeah.
Yeah, Riley was back, and that episode was awesome. Like, seeing him...
I thought it was
like,
interesting that he came back, they got locked in the room, and then when she did all the stuff she did, he's like, "You're just like him."
Yeah, like, he's
and
just
then he
like...
made the phone call.
Yeah,
and
he
so
was...
I'm like, are we going to get him to come in for, like, an episode or two in season 2?
Like, he like, literally, like, says, you think like him, so you go ahead and do it. And she's all like, wait, we're not going to go with your response? And he's like, no, you're just like Ben, and Ben always gets it right. So go ahead and do it. And so she went ahead and he plugged it in, and then got it right. And I was like, watch this, and I'm like, oh my God, it is like I'm watching a movie.
It was here, and he's still here, and he's like, go right ahead. You're just like him.
Yep. No, I loved it.
I'm not even going to try to put my foot in because I will get it chopped off. Have fun.
Yeah. No, I loved it. I love that part. Like, seeing him come back and stuff. Like, even though I was like, I think I was either a teenager or a preteen when I originally watched the originals.
Well, what I thought was funny is he kept to his character. Ooh, the glasses. Beep, beep. What?
Yeah.
You fucking dumbass.
Yep.
Have you...
And I remember the glasses, too.
Well, the funny part is my brain goes to, you were in the movies, which means the timeline. You know, not paying attention, and when something says don't do it, or the signs say don't touch it, and you touch it, something happens. God, you haven't learned a fucking thing.
You just got very over enthusiastic.
Well, I mean, it's kind of, ooh, looky, blind. Shit, fuck, we're all gonna die, run, or crap. But that goes into my head. Same character, okay, he didn't learn anything, he's still the same idiot, at the same time being smarter than most people.
Yep.
Okay, that works.
Yep. Yeah, no, I liked his character involvement in the season, and I liked how he factored into the storyline. I also liked the fact that that it seems like he's going to get a lot more podcast material now, because now he's been engaging with the new treasure hunt, and so he's going to have more content to talk about. But I also think that we're going to get some Ben Gates next season.
I'm hoping.
Me too, because I miss...
That would be awesome, and like just, alright, he came in. Wait, what? Okay. Wait, let's see what happens.
You know how iconic it would be if Nicolas Cage showed up on the show?
Well, it's not iconic. It's whether or not he's busy doing another project. Because I don't know if he's doing another project or something that conflicted with him being the guy that came in, or they didn't meet his requirement. If I gotta come back for another National Treasure thing, here's my freaking line. Because, no offense, it was a fun movie. I had fun doing it, but dude, the that came out of the damn woodwork over that shit.
Yeah.
You gotta pay me this much to cover my ass. So that way I can buy who I need to buy, like security or whatever, to cover my butt. And so that way I don't get completely fucked on this thing.
I feel like...
That's how I saw, from
I want to see him at least come back for like an episode or two. Like, that would be awesome.
I don't think it'll happen until season 2 or possibly season 3.
Because, like, with them hinting at doing another
season,
another mission, another thing for treasure, I have a feeling that they're going to probably bring some
But
original cast members back.
That's the fun part about like National Treasure and that sort of thing. Ooh, a treasure nobody's been able to figure out. We have somebody who doesn't think like everybody else. What do you think? Boop. Da-da! You know, sort of thing.
Well, remember he mentioned Ben Gates' girlfriend, and he mentioned either the daughter or somebody else that was part of the original movies. But he did some name drops. Riley did, and Riley Poole. He did some name drops, and he mentioned some of the activities they were up to, and I was like, going, wait a minute, like this might factor into the second season.
Don't upchuck on his phone, dipshit.
That's not my phone. That's your phone.
Don't upchuck on my phone, jackass. It's a phone. I just looked and said don't.
But like.
And then he cried at you.
By the way, Nicolas Cage recently has played a vampire.
That doesn't surprise me.
There was this vampire movie he's coming out with.
But see, that's what I'm saying. If he's coming out with it, he might have been, in the process of dealing with it. I think that's why he wasn't in the TV show. Just put that back there. I think that's why he didn't come in for the TV show, because he was busy on another project.
Yeah.
Because he's famous, just like a few other actors that are so famous, and it's like, do you age? And I'm like, I know the secret to their not aging. Y'all are stupid. No, because, what was it? When me and the wife moved into that apartment, the first one,
yeah,
I actually got something in the mail that's like, somebody gave us your name because you have something you've said or something, your energy about you, they think you need this book. We're only going to charge you for the actual pages it's printed on.
Yeah.
That's the price of the book. You're literally just paying for the book because you're paying for the paper.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, that doesn't sound like a bad deal. It was a little bit more money than I had at the time. I mean, if I knew where the heck that letter was, and if it didn't get destroyed or misplaced, possibly on purpose by the wife or someone else.
Yep.
I mean, I bought it last year. I'm like, okay, numbers in. Because some of the stuff it was talking about, I'm like, okay, yeah, that's all mental power. If you have the right, you see the clicks and it just goes. But also, after I read the little, because they give you like a few of the stories that are not in the book, but the stories have the same energy or repetition about it.
Yeah.
To give you the feed that your brain needs to click onto the thing. And I'm like, oh. Okay. And that's when, I started changing some of the stuff I was doing.
Yeah.
But it is what it is. I mean, this is, God, my oldest was a year. No, he was 2 years old, 3. So like that tells you how far back it was.
Yeah, that's like 2013-ish.
Yeah, 12, 13.
Yeah.
Somewhere in that year. I mean, I haven't been able to find it or, don't remember the website or whatever it was. And
Was
don't
it
have
like
the address or anything.
We talking about National Treasure type book, or are we talking about like a self-help book?
Not self-help. The way they described it is it's not the book doesn't tell you what to do. It's the stories, the way they interact with your brain, like these stories are doing right now while you're reading this, entry level stuff.
Yeah.
These few stories about what the book actually helps you do in full capacity. It moves you to the next level, possibly up 2 levels.
Yeah. Faster
than you do on your own. But with that mentality behind it, I mean, I didn't go near as fast as I probably could have, but I got where I was supposed to go anyways.
Yeah.
If that makes sense.
A little bit.
So, that's where my brain just goes, okay, I'm seeing, like you say, what are you, a prophet? Because you said this would happen, and it fucking happened exactly like you said. What the fuck? I thought you were full of shit, or I did not see that outcome coming.
Yeah.
And it's like, I don't know. It's just something that's clicked years ago, and it's just like, okay, this is going to happen. Oh, that's going to suck. Oh, well, let's see what happens afterwards.
There are so many times, guys, where I will sit there and I'll either listen to what somebody else says, his mom, mother-in-law will say something, or we'll be out doing something, and I'll be like, Karnage said that once. And I don't use the word Karnage, but I would say Karnage said that.
my regular name,
Yeah, your regular name. And then, like, or somebody on Twitter will say something, and I'll be like, Karnage said that once. And they're like, wait, what? And I'm like, and I just, like, reference what they're talking about. And I'll, like, say that this motherfucker said it first. And then they'll be like, oh, well, that's cool. And I'm like, yeah, it's very relevant. And, like, it's like he told the future or something.
Well, no, I told Mom that once. I'm like, yeah. No, I made a comment to Thomas, and it finally came to fruition. Well, one of them has happened again. She's like, what? I'm like, yeah, I'm a prophet. She's like, huh? I'm like, no, not claiming to be a prophet. I'm like, I have the ability of prophecy.
Yeah.
I see it gonna happen, so, yeah, this will happen. It happened. What the fuck?
See,
That's usually your reaction to be like, that thing you said, it happened like yesterday. This was the exact details. And
yeah,
you give
like
me the exact details.
Yeah.
I'm like, knew it.
I tell the damn story, and then he just kind of nods his head and goes, "All right," and I'm like, "Okay," and he's like, "No, it's fine. It's whatever." And like he just writes it off immediately, and then later on he like talks about how he called this thing and that thing, and I confirmed it and that sort of thing. I mean, I call that like intuition mixed with me assessing or analyzing people around me and like rates and stuff. But this motherfucker's just like straight up like I'm like a prophet. I'm just like, so.
But I mean, I don't even do it on purpose. Oh yeah, no, this is gonna happen. You sure about that? We'll see. And I just keep moving.
Yep.
Oh, look, we're going around this roller coaster again. Okay, here comes the outcome.
What's funny is she told me that due to your fucking influence, I'm doing the same shit.
Mom or Judy?
Mare.
Mom.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm doing the same shit.
Good. I have opened you. Your third eye is fully open now.
Like, I'll be sitting there talking about something, and I'll make a calling, or I'll like say that something's gonna happen.
You give a bullshit prophecy.
Yeah, something like that, like intuitive guessing, and she'll just be like,
I love it. You change the words.
And she'll just be like, you're doing what he does, and I'm like, wait, what? Who does? And he's like, you know what I'm talking about? And I'm like, shut up.
So you've learned the skill you didn't even realize you done it. That's even more fun.
I picked up on it.
But that's a good thing, though. Because if people see the outcome before the outcome comes, can I change that? Tweak this over here? No. Oh, well, fuck it. I'll just work around it. And you keep moving.
Yep. And it's funny is I've made calls ahead of time where I'll call it I'm helping future me, or I'll call it I'm helping future you with Amber, and she'll be like, why are you telling me to do this? I'm like, don't fight me on this. And she's all like, but I'm tired. And I'm like, I'm trying to help future you out. And she's like, and then like a day or two later, she's just like, it's a good thing you told me to do that thing. And I'll be like, oh really? And then she goes, yeah, because this and this and this. And I'm like, okay, so what you're telling me is that you shouldn't have fought me so hard. She's like, I was tired, and I know. I'm always tired.
The bullshit excuse.
Yep.
No offense, Judy.
Yeah. I'm just like, I'm always tired. Get over it.
Thus is life.
Yeah.
Go with that phrase that saves you. What do you mean? If you don't see it, you will later.
Yeah. Like, for instance, there was one day where we were at Walmart trying to do Walmart stuff, and I grabbed rotisserie chicken, and she's like, no, it wouldn't work well with the food, because she was making something to do with pork or whatever. And I'm like, no, I'll just get it anyway. And she's like, and I'm like, whatever, my money. And so then later on, like, like a day or two later, she's like, it's a good thing you got the chicken. And she's like, I'm like, wait, did you just agree with me and say that you were wrong? And she's like, she kind of looks at me all cheekily, like, and I'm all like, did that just happen? Like right now? And then River just starts laughing, and she's like, you did a Tim again, and I'm like, huh? And she's like, you foresaw something, and I'm like, yeah, I had it, like, I grabbed it. I just felt like I had to grab it, so I grabbed it and then used it, and then she gave me shit for it, and she just kept talking her smack, flapping her lips, and yeah, and then she's like going, well, it turns out we need the chicken for the meal tonight, so it's good that you grabbed it. And I'm like, I notice how you're pridefully, stubbornly acknowledging that while still having a smirk on your face, as in you're still disagreeing with me. And she's like, I didn't say anything. And I'm like, it's all over your fucking face. Yeah. Like, it's all over your face and your body.
Well, I always thought that part was funny. Like, when I first... Well, Teresa got dragged to first, the wife. And then I got taken to, because she took me to the, whatever romance thing. And then I went to a few others, and him and Kirk and Ann talking about, oh yeah, reading body language. I'm like, I do that anyway. And they're talking about certain things, and I'm like, okay. I'm like, I already do that stuff. Am I like, should I actually be up there with them teaching this to class?
Probably. I was also told by Mary, she's like, you should be up there. And I'm like, up where? And she's like, you should be teaching Kirk Duncan stuff. And I'm like,
stuff like Kirk and Ann, yeah.
So you're saying I should teach Kirk Duncan and Ann stuff? Like, I should teach people, like, become a mentor. And she's like, yeah, you're very mentor-like. And I'm like, okay.
But I do it, I don't even think about it. It's just a natural thing.
Yeah.
And you've apparently caught on to what I clicked into, and along for the ride. So you're just picking up on the habits. And
someone starts talking about something they're dealing with, or someone starts going on about whatever is happening to them personally, and then I immediately start asking questions and then leading them to the conclusion and give them feedback and advice, like unwarranted.
Without actually doing it?
Yeah. And then they're just like, you were so helpful in this thing. Yeah, I guess you're like a therapist. And I'm like, I'm not a therapist. She's like, oh, yeah, but you are. And I'm like, not a legally certified one.
Oh, fuck legal certification. Because have you seen the shit that's happened to Jordan Peterson here recently?
Yeah.
A few months back about them. I think I told you about it, possibly on one or two podcasts back, about them trying to take his license to practice psychology.
I didn't know about that. You might have mentioned it, but I don't remember retaining it.
I mean, even when Jordan Peterson went on Rogan, God, it had been a week or two ago. He talked that Rogan brought it up to get the final details from Jordan, and he told him straight out. So look up that episode on Spotify and watch it.
The Jordan Peterson on Joe Rogan show?
Yeah, the most recent one.
Okay.
It's 19 something.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's the thing of now, because of how the woke and, no offense, liberals are currently acting. Oh, or even some trans people, I've seen it on some of these videos and just looking at some of this stuff, how some people are like, well, you don't agree with my opinion, which means you're a liar and you believe falsehoods. It's like, these are the facts.
Yeah.
People have done research, excessive amounts of research, so that way we're not just hurting people, and other people are saying, fuck your research, we're just going to tell them, okay, do what you want, cut off your dick or cut off your tits. That sort of thing, and it's become so profound and so upfront that, no, we're not doing anything wrong, and then these people,
don't they
excessive amount or anti-transitioning.
But don't they take their dick and just invert it into a vagina, or take their
vagina
out?
They don't even do any of that.
Dick
that was the original thing I remember seeing back in, oh God, it was the early 2000s.
Huh.
Before 2010, they were talking about, well, the surgery isn't great enough to get sexual pleasure from it. Da 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 da. We're still decades off of figuring out. Now they don't even do that. They close it off, and have a fake one, or just. I've heard some discussions talked about how they do certain things, and it's not what it was supposed to be for some and a lot of people, because they can't afford the surgery end. So it's weird, and how some psychiatrists are not, okay, well, you have sexual, you have dysphoria with your sex because you don't think you look like how you should. Let's work through this.
Yeah.
To see if it's just you having a self-dysphoria, basically, because I think I'm too fat, or I think I'm too skinny,
body
or
dysphoria or something like that, or
it is
dysmorphia.
Yeah, but it's with, I think I'm a girl, or I think I'm a boy. Are you sure? Or are you just uncomfortable as being a boy because you're more emotional like females?
Right.
Which there's nothing wrong with, but I mean, eventually you learn how to control that, or it either wrecks you, or you learn, oh, I can still be a functioning male with being emotional. I just have to learn how to dial it down a hair when I'm in certain situations, sort of thing.
Yeah.
Like I did, because I used to be the extrovert. I wore all my shit on my sleeve. I showed my emotions to such an extreme. Everybody told me, shut up, you're too damn loud. And I told them, screw you, I'm an extrovert. I'm in everybody's shit all the time.
Yeah.
I'm in all the pools.
See, and Cass inherited that from you.
Yeah.
He is a massive extrovert. He drives his mommy insane.
He needs...
Like today.
The thing he needs to learn, which it might take years, teenage and then into adulthood before he gets it under control like I did, or he'll learn how to use it in a way where it benefits him like I have over the years, where the emotion is good under certain circumstances, but sometimes, no. Just no, because it's too big a pain in the ass, and it's too harmful to yourself and other people around you. Because you do the explodes, you do the blow-ups like Dad. I mean, he has a fault, a reason for it. He busted his head, quite literally, and so, I mean, that's not a reason. Because you gave the point once, you're giving him an excuse. No, that's just who he is.
You're enabling a
You took a
condition.
magnet to a hard drive and went, let's see what we still have on here, and try to copy back onto this hard drive what's on it. Not going to work 100% because you already fucked it. Now you got to work with what you got, jackass. That's like Jay's 2 Cents just did a video, and he's like, I should have did this video before I went to go buy stuff at Micro Center, because I forgot to show you guys and didn't think about it till after the fact that there's this issue with this SSD. It's one of the card SSDs, the small ones, the M.2s, from Samsung from the year, I think he said 2019, and it's the firmware code on it was a 3 something something something. You'd have to look at his video. Yeah, I gave him a shout out. He's famous already. Whatever. He's got money.
Yeah.
I want his money. Actually, I want more than his money. I want freaking God level money, so kiss my ass. I can afford everything.
Yep.
Because I'm sorry, if I got enough money to own everything on the earth, I'm buying everybody's house and property and tell them they can still live there. I will buy the entire world. I own everything. I win. That's the end goal.
Yeah.
To be so rich, even the rich people look at me like, why? 'Cause I can. What? Just 'cause? Uh-huh.
Yep.
Can we stop him? Not with that big a check. What's the government said? They already signed their side. They're just waiting for you. They're like, hurry up, we want the money. Fucking alright, fine. That sort of stuff.
Yep.
Just like, or kind of go back to Andrew Tate. We broke out of the Matrix. No, I just took over the damn programming. Guess what? Do whatever the fuck you want. I don't care. I own everything. Everything's free. But guess what? Whatever. What do you mean whatever? That's the guess what? Huh? Exactly. You'll just be standing next to me going, you idiots. And everybody else who doesn't understand, what did he just do? I saved you from the idiots who are currently the richest assholes in the world and technically own the earth, and I just took over. Fuck off. Come to my wallet now, bitches.
Not just wallet or world. Come to his wallet.
Yeah, come to my wallet. You want to talk because you own everything? Not no more. I went behind your back and bought everything behind your back, and now I own everything. Oh, and just to put little sprinkles on it, I talked to every country that has any obligations or claims on anything, and I bought their claim on everything. I own the whole universe now. Fuck off. Kiss my ass.
What's in your wallet?
You'll find out next year, bitch. No. But I mean, you know, that's the mentality I have. It's not the get rich to get rich. It's get rich to do the thing that everybody says is the extreme right or the extreme left or extreme social or communist or that. Why don't we just do it all? What? I'm doing everything at once. Why? Because I'm not mentally broken and it hasn't killed me yet. So, screw it! Let's play the game. What game are you playing?
All
you
the games.
Knew? You cheat your pants.
Yep.
Well, we found this new way to plug in a brain into hard drives. How big's your damn hard drive or SSD or whatever you want to call it? We only have 4 terabytes. You need probably a million more of those. 4 million terabytes? Yeah. Go get it done, and then we'll hook it up, and we'll see if the 4 million terabytes explodes, or can handle all the bullshit that's in here, and the ideal to fix everything, and at the same time, while everybody's crying, they're all happy because it's all fixed. And then, he's the Antichrist, kill him! Okay, whatever, I played my role.
Yep.
If you think I'm the Antichrist, you're gonna kill me. Guess what? That means you just literally told Satan he can possess my body after I'm dead and in heaven for trying to help all you people get over your own stupidities. Okay, kill me. I'm that guy. And it pisses off a lot of people at the gym because when we were in the hot tub talking, I'm like, yeah, well, when I run for president, well, what if they do this? I'm like, pull the trigger. It won't work, or you'll attempt to kill me and I'll come back in a week. Not dead. He kind of, I saw his hand go, what? he pointed it and then he went, wait, what? I dumbfounded him.
Yes.
I'm just like, another target completed. Okay, good. I just sat there in the hot tub.
Yeah, it was pretty funny watching that happen.
I loved it. What if they do this? Either I'll be dead or I'll be back in a week. What the fuck's up with this mentality? It's God level mentality of, oh, you're going to try to kill me? Okay, try. I'm not worried. I know where I'm going when I'm dead.
Yeah.
Do you know where you're going? Exactly. Leave me alone. I know either the mansion in hell I'm going to be sitting in while the whole world burns, or the mansion I'm sitting in heaven while the whole world burns, or I'm going to be sitting in both places because when I die, my spirit's going to finally split into the 2 entities that live in this freaking corporeal form. Fuck it! Let's run the show. Let's play the game. And by the time I get to being super rich or own everything, I'll either have figured out or talked somebody into, hey, top secret, yeah, I want that. And now immortal, let's play the game. You're like 50. Yeah, but I'm not in a wheelchair, so fuck you. I mean, I'm 40. with CMT, Charcot-Marie Tooth, for those who want to look it up, for the people who watch it later, or listen to it later. The disease that should have me in a wheelchair now at the age of 40, I should be fully handicapped, not walking around kicking ass and taking names. But I'm just like my grandfather Bartis. He didn't get full freaking using a walker until he was like, Mom and Aunt Charlene said 70?
Yeah.
Between 60 and 70? So, I mean, I'm at 40. If he made it that far, I'm going to push the freaking scale for that being one of the best ones that you ever hear about anywhere. I'm going to push that to 100 just to piss off everybody else. You know my mentality. I'll do it too.
Yep.
Okay, but back to the we were when the Nicolas Cage and the
We were talking about Nicolas Cage, talking about... I just figured that you talk about that for a bit.
Let me do my bullshit rant.
Yeah.
We
But like...
still got 40 minutes, we're good.
40 minutes left?
Well, until midnight, yeah.
Oh, shit. Yeah. We're already literally, like, the timestamp wise, we're close to where we were last week when I was passing the fuck out.
Yeah. That's why when you didn't answer, I'm like, I wonder if you passed out early and just the day was just hectic and he's like, fuck it, I'm napping. That's why I just went to Maverick. I'm like, he'll call me. I'm like, you'll call or I'll just get my drink, go home, and just pass out.
Yeah.
I'm just glad you called. I'm like, all right, sweet, we're on. Yes. But anywho,
Yes.
that's like episode 6, I think.
Yeah, so episode 6, FBI agent Betsy, she was trying to investigate with Jesse and her friends and, like, trying to find out what was going on because, like, boss was pressuring her.
She saw something was off.
Yeah, she saw something was off because she'd listened to a audio recording between Jesse and Liam's grandfather who died, got murdered. And she was basically trying to figure out what was going on there. And her boss was pressuring her to arrest Jesse. And all the evidence she was collecting was pointing towards somebody else and not Jesse.
Including the friends.
Yeah, including the friends. And so so they spend the next couple episodes with her trying to investigate that whole thing, and yet none of her friends will spill, which is nice because that means her friends are loyal as fuck. But at the same time, it also means that the fact that she wasn't able to put all the information all together. So it's pretty interesting how the finale itself rolled out.
Well, I thought episode 9 was nice because the friend that went back to America while she and the other two stayed in Mexico, the FBI agent goes to his house and he's like, you know what, I'm just going to tell you everything, screw it.
Yep.
Because they came to you and you came to me to ask me if I was kidnapped and I had to say no because of this, so I'm just going to all
Yeah, and even did a poly test.
Oh, yeah. He's like, I'll even, hook me up. I'll prove I'm telling the truth.
Yep.
Which kind of threw up some flags with some people, and they're like, what the fucking damn?
Well, not to mention the fact that her boss was Salazar. So
Well, I thought it was funny when we found that out.
Oh, that's fake, or it can be faked, and it's like, you're only saying that because you're the one who's guilty.
Well, no, I thought it was funny that on episode 9, when we find out that's who he is, because she figures it out right before the end of the episode. She thinks she has him contained.
Yeah.
And then she goes to help the kid and the friends and her dad get away from Billy. And she gets there, and then at the end, Salazar stabs her with a blade.
Yep, he stabs her with a sword.
And I am Salazar.
Mm-hmm.
Or the girl called him Salazar. I don't remember exactly what it was. Brain fart. But, and then you go into the next episode and find out, oh no, that's not his name. That's just a title. That's like general.
Yeah, it's a
That's
mantle.
just your
it's a mantle.
given.
Because, like, at
title.
first, Jessie goes to the prison, meets her father, thinks she's meeting Salazar, finds out it's her father, and then
And he tells her, no. The only reason they thought I was Salazar is because I was there when Billy's brother got killed, even though Salazar killed him and then ran off.
yep, and he doesn't even know who Salazar is because he knows that he knows
yeah,
that
he does.
well,
They show that in episode
well, he knows
10 or 9.
he knows
'Cause
somebody.
They show the flashback.
Well, he knows that somebody was there with a gun and killed her brother. And he knows that the person called himself Salazar.
The comment to Billy before the FBI agent gets stabbed. No, Salazar's the one that shot your brother.
Yeah. Well,
I remember that.
Well, it's because he believes that person is Salazar. He doesn't believe
that's what he thought.
Doesn't know it's a title.
Well, yeah, because from his point of view, he thought it was a name.
Yeah.
Goofy kid.
What the fuck, Simba? My cat has taken to grabbing a hold of the doorknob and jerking it.
No. Simba is trying to do what the Raptors did when they figured out how to turn the handle and open the door.
Yes.
In Jurassic Park, the original.
Yes. I will BRB while I rescue my child, who is a cat.
Your fur child.
Yes.
Jackass!
He's like,
I want out! Let me out! Don't talk too much. Goofy ass cat. No, but I thought it was funny on the flashback that they showed from the dad's point of view.
Yes.
Of seeing Salazar shoot Billy's brother. And then when he told her that, there's no way, and then that da-da-da-da happens, and then, Salazar, I guess, kind of admits he killed the brother.
He does.
Yeah, that's right. He admits to killing the brother, and then Billy got pissed and shot him. Well, now I'm Salazar, asshole, because I'm the top-ranking jackass here.
Well, it's because, he mentions the fact that Salazar killed her brother, and then he openly...
At first, Billy says bullshit.
Yeah, and at first Billy says bullshit, but then Salazar himself confirms it, and then he says, this is why I am Salazar, I make the hard calls,
This is why I got the job at the time.
and I earned it. I earned this. And then, not even a second later, she just shoots him. She shoots him, and his body just goes and drops.
Oh, yeah. I thought that was awesome. It's like, haha, you dumbass.
And then she stands up and goes, I am Salazar.
Well, no, I mean, that's like, what is it?
I am Sith.
No. I am the Emperor. Lightsaber, cut you in half. I'm the Emperor. What the fuck just happened? I think Anakin, Darth Vader, sorry, killed the jackass in charge and said, I am your new boss. Shut up and bend over, bitch.
Yep.
Fuck, this is gonna hurt. Sort of thing, you know?
Yep. What's funny is Anakin could have easily killed him off way before he did.
I'm gonna lose my wife. Just kill the bad guy and nothing will happen. Because then you won't be a bad guy.
Well, he tells Anakin in the third one. He tells him he's like, "Is Padme okay? Did she survive? Is she all right?" And then
I
Palpatine,
just rewatched it.
And then Palpatine goes, "It seems, in your anger, you killed her."
Bullshit! I felt her. She was still alive.
Yeah, and so it's like he could easily have just taken out Palpatine. He could easily have done that.
Well, and you made a comment, I think it was 1 or 2 episodes ago, about his eyes being orange-red.
Yeah.
After he killed the Separatists.
Mm-hmm.
And I said, I don't think so. I'll have to rewatch it. I just rewatched it, so yeah, you were right. But then his eyes go back to normal.
Yeah.
Because he's not angry because he's dealing with stupid people who tried to, screw the whole system.
Yeah.
From his point of view and fuck it all up.
Yeah. Yeah, his eyes go weird and stuff, and then
and then they go back to normal.
Because that's their way of showing that he's gone dark side.
Well, I kind of call bullshit to that. That seems like it's not really dark side. It's more like the Force. You using the Force, but because you use it in anger, it morphs your eyes into that yellow red.
Well, what's interesting about it is that he's one of the few characters where he turns even remotely
His
that
eyes
color.
turn back to normal. Yeah.
Like, he's the only character that his eyes shapeshift like that, like color-wise.
Yeah, because Mauls were permanently that way.
Yes.
And it was like, well, is that because of his race? Or is it because he's
I'd always
Sith?
attribute it to his race. Because
Well,
I
I
don't see
think
too many
it's
Zabraks.
50-50.
I don't see too many of his race around, so that's why I was like, maybe
Yeah,
that's just his
because
race.
they don't show it until you get into the Clone Wars
Yeah.
with the cartoon series. And I think his brothers didn't have the yellow eyes that they showed. I think that proved that
'Cause in the
was
games-
a Sith thing.
Because in the games, Zabraks have regular eye color.
Yeah,
You can change them to yellow or you can change them to red, but they generally have regular eye color.
yeah,
in
that's
the
what I'm
games.
saying.
But I don't know if the games...
Well, I mean,
Are
you'd have to
similar to the
look at
shows in that
where
respect.
the Clone Wars. I have it pulled up on my thing. I can scroll through it or run through the seasons until I find the episode where they show the brothers, because
Yeah.
they deal with the sisters in that episode too with
The Night Sisters.
Asan Ventress.
On Dathomir.
Yeah, the
With
Dathomir.
With
There's
the
like
Night
2
Sisters and all that
episodes,
other shit.
2 or 3 episodes where they're dealing with that.
Yeah.
They have one in between that's just like them going back to the regular Clone Wars and not dealing with it fully, and then, oh, it loops back in here, sort of thing. With
Yeah.
Anakin and Ahsoka and Obi.
Yeah.
One of those weird little factoids I remember.
Yeah, because I remember on the Clone Wars show, they have the Dathomir episodes where they meet the Night Sisters. The very same Night Sisters in the very same planet, by the way, that is referenced in Jedi Academy, the book series.
Yeah, well,
That they
I thought
made
it was funny
uncanon.
that's where Count Dooku got
Yeah.
Asajj Ventress.
Yeah, I believe so.
Well, they show it that's a
Easter egg.
no, a fallback. They showed it
Flashback.
in a flashback.
Where Dooku and
Where
Asajj
Dooku
meet.
goes to the mother
Yeah.
and talks, because they naturally have dark side entities,
Yes.
or I should say sensitivity,
Yeah.
that he wants her as his apprentice because he's going to try to kill Palpatine.
Okay.
To basically try to take over, like
Yeah.
Sith do, because of the rule of 2.
Yep.
But
Mysteriously,
Asajj
Palpatine can never get
Ventress'
defeated.
eyes never go the red, yellow.
Yeah.
Neither does Count Dooku. So, I always thought that was funny. His eyes never did it. Maul's did it. And then they showed that, oh no, that's when you fully tap into the dark side. Your eyes do that when you use the full anger and pain. Because Anakin's, like you said, did it
Yeah.
after he killed the Separatists. But they also show his eyes went back to normal before Padme showed up with Obi-Wan as the stowaway.
Yeah.
That she didn't know. And then after the battle, his eyes went back to that because it was pure rage, because he was in pure pain.
And in
they
an
stayed
alternate
like that.
cut somewhere on the internet, Padme shoots him in the nuts.
Yes, you said that last time. That'd have been 2 weeks ago when you weren't passing out.
Wouldn't it have been funny though?
No.
No, not really.
No. I like the one that I found. I'll have to find it in my history and send it to you, where Anakin actually turns Obi-Wan to the dark side.
What?
Yeah. Because Obi-Wan's like, no, I want to talk, but he actually convinces Anakin he wants to just talk to see his point of view. Anakin, okay, I'll just tell you the story. Sorry, dude, but it's the way Obi-Wan and Anakin talk, they put Padme back into the ship. Obi-Wan puts in the thing, flies, but he's zoned out.
Yeah.
Fly back to Coruscant so that way she has the best medical compared to where she was
Yeah.
when she died in the actual movie. And he went full dark side, full yellow and red eyes, and dove into this whole thing has been a complete screw up. He went in and just delved over the whole since basically Qui-Gon Jinn died to try to be there for Anakin and Padme and try to do his job, but because of Anakin, Qui-Gon Jinn died, Clone Wars started, all the shit that happened
Yeah.
that was shitty to Obi-Wan, like he had to train Anakin, even though he didn't want to, because he promised his dad, his master, essentially.
They promised Qui-Gon. And so
Yeah,
he goes to the dark side?
And, well, he goes to the dark side, he doesn't say a lot. Anakin and Padme has the kids, no issues, because Anakin doesn't have the Sith eyes, because when Padme's there, like in the movie, right after he's killed all the separatists, he has his normal face, normal eyes. He kills, because Obi-Wan and him go to Palpatine's office.
Okay.
Palpatine says, "Why did you bring him here?" Electrocutes Anakin, shoots him across the room, and starts, "You idiot, you should have done what you were told. It was supposed to be me and you."
Mm-hmm.
Anakin goes in basically rage mode, and after like the third electric, he tries to do it again. He does what Mace does, blocks it, shoots it back at him, and kills him.
Okay, so Anakin kills Palpatine that way.
Yeah. Kills him, and then I think he chops him in half to make sure he's dead. Or cuts off his head. One of the two, I don't remember.
The only thing that should have happened.
Yeah. But no, but because Obi-Wan doesn't say anything, Anakin tells Obi-Wan, "Stay right here, I'll be right back."
Mm-hmm.
He goes to Padme. She has the two kids. Anakin, being happy because his wife didn't die during birth, they go back to Naboo, to her parents' house.
Okay.
He leaves full Sith, delving fully and absorbed fully by the dark side. Obi-Wan in Coruscant. In the Emperor's office. Yeah, my watch is low. Fuck off. And then Anakin and Padme go to another planet, run into, I think it was Rex and Ahsoka.
Yeah.
Find out what's happened, or they talk. They have dinner with them. Ahsoka and Rex go back to fight the Empire. Anakin and Padme go back to Naboo. Anakin goes to do something. Runs into, I think it was, I don't remember who he runs into. But he went to go do something. And then all of a sudden there's fire and smoke coming from Padme's parents' house area. So he goes back. Everybody's dead. Padme, the kids, cut the shreds, body parts all over the floor.
Oh, damn.
Her parents, everything, like the whole fucking town.
Damn. Who the hell killed them?
And then, pops up Sith Obi-Wan.
Why did he turn the dark side?
I don't know, because him trying to make peace with Anakin, and Anakin telling him how the dark side's stronger, made him stop, and then he meditated on it so hard. On the flight back to Coruscant, he went beyond Palpatine, Darth Sidious, dark side level power. But when Anakin's like, why? Because it's all your fault. Qui-Gon dying, the Clone Wars, all of this shit. The Republic turning into the Empire. This is all because of you, motherfucker. And he kills Anakin.
Interesting.
And that's the end of the story. I'll send you the whole YouTube video so that way you can listen to the way the guy described it who wrote the fanfic. But
directed by George Lucas. Ba-ding, ba-ding, ba-ding.
no. It's just another one of those fanfics that's on YouTube. I like a lot of the fanfics for Star Wars. I jump into...
Oh, yeah,
for a year, I jumped into like 500 just dove.
Yeah, there's this guy on Star Wars, one of the YouTube guys channels, and he does a lot of Star Wars fan fictions. Recently, he's actually been working on his own little short films for Star Wars.
Are you talking about? I know the guy. I know the videos you're talking about. Pretty sure.
One of them in which Anakin is getting high off of Bacta juice, or Bantha. No,
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Bacta tank. He's getting high off of it, and then eventually it just makes him fully healed.
Is it Star Wars Theory?
Yes.
Yeah, I know that.
I was trying to find it.
I had to think about it for a second, but yeah, Star Wars Theory.
Yes.
I know that channel.
I watch him all the time.
I love his channel. He's also got a couple others that deal with. One of them I think is Sonic. I can't remember what the other one was. He's got 2 or 3.
Like Palpatine is like, Vader, why aren't you showing up to your meetings? Vader, we're missing you. Vader, what is going on? And Vader's just like sitting in the back of the tank, and then he comes and he finds out there's gummies that has the back of the tank stuff, and he's just like, he starts eating the gummies repeatedly, and then friggin' Palpatine's like, Vader, we have an issue. You're not showing up. And then Vader's just like going, hey man, I'm just vegging out and stuff. I'm just hanging out. And then like eventually he shows up and goes to Padme's grave and takes her, puts her in the back of the tank, and then revives Padme. Padme comes back to life, and then he goes and visits. Visits Tatooine, and then he sees Obi-Wan, and he's like, wow, man, like I got younger, hotter, and you got old, wrinklier, and they're going back and forth, and then Obi-Wan's like, Anakin, and then like he's just like, yeah, man, he's like, you should shake some of these gummies, man. And he's like, wait, gummies? He's like, yeah, man, they make me feel awesome, man. And then he turns Anakin into a pothead essentially, and then fucking he gets mad at Palpatine just for fucking nagging at him, and so he kills him.
Click, shut up, Dad!
Yeah, it
sort
was
of thing.
Yeah, because he offers Palpatine to be happier and to give him the gummies in the back of the tank, and that everybody could live and prosperous. And Palpatine can't handle that because he wants world power and for
Full
everyone
domination.
and for everyone to be unhappy and angry. And Anakin's like, you're part of the reason why we had an issue, right? And the guy's like, I'm the chosen one, so I'm supposed to save you. And Palpatine's just like, but unlimited power. And then friggin' Anakin's just like, unlimited my ass. And then he fucking kills him. And then Obi-Wan's like, did you just kill Palpatine? And Anakin's like, sorry, brother, I had to. He wasn't gonna let me be happy, man. He was killing my vibe, man. Fucking.
My God, I could not see Anakin being like that. But no, I understand the pothead point of view.
I was dying. I was laughing so hard.
That would be priceless. You might have to send me that one.
Star Wars Theory. The guy who does Star Wars Theory, he'd made the fan fiction and he would voice acted it, and then but at the end of it, he's like, so if I've pissed off so many of you just by making Anakin happy and sound weird and like Cheech and Chong, I apologize, but I wanted to have some fun with this fan fiction and just kind of stay within character of Anakin, but make him less of a whiny brat a little bit and just make it more fun. And then and I'm just like, now that I think about it, a lot of Star Wars fans have sticks up their asses. I'm like, this is a fun-ass fucking video.
What we're talking about, that's kind of like the Harry Potter fans.
Yes.
We're talking about with, I don't remember your friend's name, Brain, but...
Alan.
Yeah.
Hallett.
Hallett's online name, but yeah. Right?
Yeah, Hallett Fang.
Yeah. But it's the thing, but he could have been nice. I'm like, no, if he wasn't a dick to Harry wouldn't be Harry.
Yeah.
For Snape, it's like, but he didn't have to be an asshole. Yeah, he did. Or Harry'd be a bitch and have been dead instantly. I mean, come on. You don't have one hard person or jackass in your life that pushes you to the line to make you stronger and more powerful version of yourself, you are a bitch. You are a weakling and you are wah. But I mean, you always have to have that guy. That's
Yeah.
like Anakin. Why is he the crybaby? Because they grabbed him how many years into his life?
Yeah, he was 9 years old.
And that's like completely against the rules.
Well, yeah, they need him to be at like 5 or 6 years old, which is easily brainwashable. And
Well, it's not even brainwashable. It's more like to be properly taught how to use without you being attached to your entities of parenthood, so that way you don't have attachments. So that way it's easier for you to. Your attachment is to the Force,
yeah,
not to people.
yeah, brainwashed. Whether we like it or not, that's what it is.
Point of view, it's not brainwashing. It's indoctrination.
Same thing.
Well, let's go talk to the freaking liberals and the woke cunts about being indoctrinated and trying to indoctrinate our kids to say, I want tits as a boy. Go fuck yourself. He's got a dick. Leave him alone. He should be happy he's got a dick. Just because he's emotional doesn't mean he needs to be a bitch.
Religious dogma and religious doctrine. What, kitty?
Psychopath. Figure out your path.
Where are you going? My cat is sitting there just staring at us. Like,
But
he jumped up
how
all
did
restless.
you like the ending, though, where they found the grandfather's recording?
Oh, the voice recording? The tape?
Yeah, that they showed him doing at the very beginning after the girl left his house.
I thought it was interesting. Well, granted, I was feeding a child, but I found it was interesting. Like, I was enjoying that part because it was like a nice little callback to the very beginning.
Yeah, and how Grandpa
ties the
wasn't
beginning and the ending
completely nuts. Oh, and by the way, this one, it's not the only one there is. There's more.
Yeah, no, it was pretty cool. Like, it's always really awesome when, like, on shows, they'll call a person crazy, or they'll call them, like, a nut or a nutcase, or a conspiracy theorist, or say they're going paranoid. And then later on, you find out that everything they were, quote-unquote, paranoid on was actually true.
Yeah.
And you find out that you are actually the slowest one. Person calling everyone paranoid, or person calling that person paranoid or whatever, they are the ones that are the slowest one.
But see, here's the funny part. You know what they've done with that, right? In real life? Oh, it's a Roswell. It's a da-da-da theory.
Conspiracy theory?
Yes, they throw that around to discredit you. But what if the conspiracy is, you're hiding it because it's true? Then it's not a conspiracy, it's fact, jackass.
Yeah.
I mean, because they do that now. Well, that's a conspiracy theory. To who? These are actual facts. This is what happens. That's like with a lot of the podcasts are just stuff I like to watch. Well, that's not what I've seen in my life. Okay, you're talking about your bubble. Here's the real whole world. And these are the actual statistics. Here's facts. I don't like your facts. Doesn't matter. That is what reality is. Facts.
Yes.
And I love how people get triggered on that crap. Well, that's your... No. Don't say opinion. These are facts. You can't prove that. Yeah, you can. Because divorce records are... Stop it, dipshit. Stop trying to eat his glasses or the tape, you weirdo. Anywho, that it's like... Yeah, well, divorces are part of public record. Anybody can go get them.
Yeah.
So, like, just some of the stats, like that are public record, that are, everybody can see. It's public record stuff that's not true. That's not 100. Yes, it is. We've done research. We've done 5 studies about it. This is what happens when you just say, yes, you're right, 5-year-old. You can make your own decisions. You're an adult. Are you stupid? Do you want to be shot?
Yeah, just let my 5-year-old,
Fuck?
let my 6-year-old child make all the decisions. He'll be
For
great.
himself. You have no say. Like, excuse me, that is my job as the parent. Go fuck yourself.
Yeah,
That
exactly.
is my God-given, or whatever entity you want to call as top dick. Or puss, depending on your persuasion, I
Yep.
guess. That is my right.
Yeah, if you left everything up to Cass, for instance, our middle child, then
Burn it all down. Just feed me, give me candy, give me my fucking devices.
yeah, he'd have his tablet nonstop. He'd be spending hundreds and hundreds of dollars on dumbass video games, and he
Like
would
most kids.
he would be whining and bitching every time you told him no on anything.
If you ever spanked him, I'm calling the cops.
Yeah, like he would basically like he would turn into a grade A brat, and the type of brat that everyone wishes got a spanking.
Not brat, grade A jackass
Yes.
brat.
Yes. Like, he would turn into that, and people would be like, oh my god, you didn't parent him right. And it's like, you guys gave us so much shit when we tried.
I say go for it. Hey, guess what happens when you do that? Come here. Whack! Right across the ass. That hurt. Thus is life. What? When you don't do what you're told, you get hurt. When you get old enough, hurt is not a spanking across the butt. It's handcuffs and you disappear from the family for 30 years or until you're dead. Do you want that? No. Start following the rules.
What's funny is Cass today was just like, no, you guys do what I want. And he was like trying to talk so much smack. I'm just like going, no.
Excuse me? You hit me, I'm dropping you on your head. Kick. Okay. I mean, I do it into a pillow, but it'd still be on the floor, so it'd get a slight ka-thunk. I'm not actually throwing him, it's just like, gravity, take care of. Hey, look. You're not dead, are you? No. Did that hurt? Yes. Are you gonna start swinging and kicking at an outlaw again? No. Good. Go be a kid and don't be a jackass.
Yeah,
But, no. Play. Outside. You know, you're tiny. You're not gonna die. Go outside, jackass.
Today he was
Pushing?
hard to manage, yes.
That's kids. That's like Connor. Well, you... I'm like, I don't do anything to you. I give you both equal shares. I tell you both, shut up. Stop arguing over whatever you're arguing about. He hit me. She's being a bitch. Or, whatever. They're kids.
Well, he
one's a boy, one's a
eventually-
girl. He's picking on me. She's picking on me. And I told Connor the same thing I told Nephi. And I told Nikki the same thing I told Connor. Cock the other one. What? Nephi? If he's kicking you, punching him, pop him back. Connor, if she's hitting and punching you, pop her back. Nikki, if you didn't hit him and he pops you, knock his ass out. Straight logic. Oh, you hit somebody bigger than you. I hope you like being hurt. Oh, he hit you for no reason because he's pissed because you're not doing what he's told you? Hit him as hard as you can and then walk away. I got taught that. There for the longest time, I was like, why would I do that? Now I'm like, nah, there's a reason. Do it.
I
was the oldest, so, I didn't have any of that shit.
Yeah, I've been trying to teach them nonviolence towards their siblings and trying to teach them nonviolence.
See, I understand that, but I'm like, everybody cries and whines about violence, right?
Mm-hmm.
No offense, it's a little bit your generation that came with hair after mine. But the thing is, it's like, the whole world is violence. Eventually, something happens.
Yeah.
Either you get your ass kicked, or you're the one who didn't get your ass kicked because you stood there and said, swing, because I'll just snap your neck. And 90% of the time, the other person walks away. Now, I'm not actually saying to do that. I'm saying this is what my life has taught me.
Well, if the people that are in the audience are your age, they'll be like, "Hoyo, blah 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 blah."
Yeah.
Whereas if they're my age, they'll be like, "Yeah."
But see, here's the funny part. Don't fight. Don't defend yourself. Just cry and whine. You're literally feeding into strong men make easy times, make weak men, make hard times make strong men. So if we're being weak, not hitting our kids, or not even hitting, just disciplining. I mean, because you don't have to hit the kid. You can discipline them without hitting them. I've done that excessively.
Yeah, no, we don't.
But it's
typically hit
it's the
kids.
thing of, if it comes to the point of there are things being swung or people being mean, defend yourself and beat the shit out of the other person.
Problem was is like,
And if they're smaller than you, don't kick their ass. Just call cock them. You know, it's like, stop doing that, sort of thing. Do you know? I mean, did that hurt?
no, but it would have hurt them. Arian.
Well, with
when,
the kid, I'd like dial that down way.
Yeah, Arian when he was 1 or 2 years old, and then later on when Cass was born, and they were each, because they've been each like neck and neck with their years. But before Phoenix was born, it was just Arian and Cass. We were spanking them a lot. Like I would tap them on their ass for every year they were alive, or I would just give them a couple taps in the ass. And after a while, they went from, actually doing what we were telling them to do, or they were responding to the fear of it and the pain that was being inflicted on their ass. But the problem was they weren't learning the lesson that we were trying to teach. They were just simply learning that if we smacked them, or if they didn't do what they were told, they were just going to get smacked. And so they weren't actually learning anything. They were just learning
Well,
that
yeah,
they were
but see,
hard.
I understand that.
So that was the problem.
But I understand that. The issue you're dealing with though is the end of they're not learning anything. But now they've gotten to the skill. It's like, well, it doesn't matter. You're not gonna kick my ass anymore, so fuck it. I'm just gonna be a little jackass. I mean, I don't want you to beat the shit out of your kids, but every once in a while, because Arian's at the age of, oh no, I'm just gonna sit here and just shut up. Let you be the jackass and just watch you burn yourself at the stake, stupid.
Yeah, because Cass does a lot of stupid things.
But see, Cass is the child that needs the quick across the butt. What'd you do that for? Because you're the one throwing a fit, raising hell, and pissing off the jackass grandpa who has mental issues and could snap and kill everybody and not freaking blink an eye. And then he'd kill himself afterwards once he came back to reality. But the thing is, if he snaps that hard, you're probably the first one to go because you started it. So quit screaming, quit acting like he does, because you acting like he does sets him off more. Doesn't help the situation. But he is broken. You're not. Don't act like the broken person. Act like somebody who's not broken. That's like when Connor comes at me, I'm like, dude, you're saying the same crap I said to my dad, and guess what? He was right, you're wrong, and now I'm right and you're wrong. Because he was right and I was wrong at the time, so that makes me right and that makes you wrong. So don't argue with me. Here's how you take care of the emotions or the situation or whatever's going on in your head. You do these steps.
Yeah.
Now go do them, and we'll go from there.
I don't know. I feel like I
learned with Connor though young. I don't have to spank him. I have to be stern with him now because he's at that between the age of 12 and 13 thing. He's on the edge of being a little jackass like I was.
my big conflict with like trying to use physical violence to teach anything.
Well, I'm not saying physical. It's just
Yeah.
sternness. You can put him in the corner. If he moves, you put him back in the corner.
Yeah.
If it comes down to it, well, then I'm gonna hold you here for the freaking however. It's 1 minute per year.
Yeah.
All right. Well, then you're gonna sit here for this many minutes, and the time doesn't start until you stop and stand here without me having to put you back or hold you.
Yeah.
Eventually, they learn. Okay, just do the corner. Connor learned it. Nikki learned it. Then we got dumb bitch trying to, no, this much, no. 1 minute per year, bitch. Well, that's not, I don't give a fuck how you were raised. This is what me and the wife decided before you were even in our existence, so go fuck yourself. And then I get yelled at, then I'm the bad guy. So, alright, fine. You want to ruin our children? Just remember, they're going to hate you like I hated Russell. And like everybody always bitches about Russell. Have fun with your stupid.
Yeah.
This is what I see from my outcome with me trying to be the get along with everybody, but still being stern.
Mhm.
Because you've seen me. I'm what's considered dad-like.
Mhm.
Because do I have my anger? Do I have my I'm going to stand my ground? Yeah. Do I go off the damn deep end?
No.
Every once in a while.
Sometimes.
But not near as bad as he has. But that's also because he's broken. I'm not broken. So I'm not going to go off the deep end.
Yeah.
I know where the where the diving board is. I'm not going on the diving board. I'm not going there. But I mean, everybody snaps every once in a while. It's going to happen. It's part of the human condition. Nothing wrong with that. There's an issue when you snap so much that the first thought in your mind is, I'm tired of snapping. I'm just going to kill all these motherfuckers so I don't have to deal with anything. Which is where Dad's brokenness comes in. He says, I'll help you, but as soon as he helps you, shit, there's people in my space.
Yep. And he gets mad.
It's his anxieties. And what happens? He doesn't have an anxiety attack like most people are used to. Oh my God, curl up into a ball and cry. No. I know a lot of guys that are like that.
Or goes, go to your room, or get the dog upstairs.
Get the fuck away from me. You were causing me to have an anxiety attack. You know.
Yeah.
It's not first, but it's like, you're pushing me to my point. Stop. It's you're going to push me to anxiety, which causes PTSD. So can we just not? Because I don't like being there any more than you do. And that's where everybody gets all, what do you mean? You do it all the time. Because he doesn't have control over it. If he had control over it, he wouldn't be doing it. He'd be like, I'm going for a walk because you people are acting stupid. And he'd leave.
Yeah. Now he just goes downstairs.
But I mean, he'd do that or something else. You know, it would be the what we would do. You get the 2 seconds of snap and then conversation done. You're being a jackass. You're screaming. Stop it. There's no goddamn reason for that. Conversation done.
Yeah.
Like me, when I snap at my kids, it's like, no, this is what you're doing. This is what's going on. This is bullshit. Because you know this is not how we handle it. Because we've discussed this your entire life from jump.
Yeah.
Quit. But this part, I don't give a shit. I'm the one that's here right now, so we deal with it like we've always dealt with it. Conversation done. Stop fighting. Stop arguing, throwing, kicking, punching, screaming. Because I'm at the level of screaming my damn head off, and y'all can see it, and I'm red in the face, so we're going to stop.
Yeah.
I mean, my face is like 5 shades redder, and my eyes are probably what I would consider, screw Sith, the orange and the red, my eyes go pure black.
Yeah.
Trista's seen it once. When I snapped because when Todd was Liz, Robin, Nephi, I was the only adult here because Dad went to go do stuff. Do the stuff so that we can go see Amber at the hospital. I'm telling them to do it. No, because Dad will just take us anyways. No, that's not what was said. And I'm supposed to keep you on task. Let's get on task. They fought me. I just picked up something, threw it up against the wall, busted the shit out of whatever the hell it was. Don't even remember. So long ago. But I snapped and my eyes turned basically demon black. You remember old Charmed? The Fool?
Yep.
Yeah. Except for it was starting to leak into the white. The only reason I know that is because Russell took all the kids because I was at kill mode. Got them the hell out. They went to go see Amber, which I was kind of pissed because that was the whole reason I was angry in the first place. But some elders came over. I opened the door. They looked at me like, can we come in? I don't care. You do whatever the hell you want. And I went and sat in the chair when it was sitting on this side of the room.
Yeah.
Eyes just freaking I'm going to kill everyone. Push the button if you dare. Oh, I was at that point.
Yeah.
I know I had to demonize because Teresa came over. Because Dad called her, and the wife, before she was my wife, came over and, you need to go see him. He looks like he's going to snap and kill somebody. She finally came over after work and sat on my lap and like, calm down. Somebody here I like. Not just stupid fuckers from the church. It was what it was.
Yeah, it just happened.
Yeah. But I mean, I can go there? 90% of the time, 95% of the time, I stop myself from going there. Or I just go off. I mean, you've heard me. Stupid.
Yeah.
I'm mobile for a little while, and then it just disappears. Because I don't go to the actual person, yell at them, snap off their neck, and eat their brains for shits and giggles.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, no offense, cannibal, oh, that's so horrible. Not really, it's actually quite tasty. Well, no, because humans taste like pig or beef, depending on your diet. But most people would taste like pig. We eat anything just like pigs.
Yeah.
White skin. There's a few dark spots once you cut into them. But, hey, look, barbecue. Come here, jackass.
That reminds me of this podcast that I was listening to. Not podcast, it was a Twitter space. But it was like a podcast, only, you know, you weren't just listening to it,
Y'all
you
weren't
could chime
just
in.
recording it, y'all were talking.
Yeah, like they were talking about cannibals. And they were talking about
it
how...
came up in a short...
And they were talking
the
about
other day.
how...
Somebody was talking to Rogan, it was one of the Rogan shorts, about how humans are called, by cannibals, long pig.
Yeah, basically one of the, I think it was Daigle or somebody else that was part of the writing community.
Okay.
They said that that people in general taste like pig, and
I've heard people taste like beef, but
yeah,
I mean, I guess it depends on your viewpoint.
They actually were talking about how it depends on your diet.
Yeah,
they're talking about how it depends on what you've consumed and what you ate, as to what your meat tastes like.
Yeah, the more fruits and veggies you eat.
They said you literally are what you eat.
Yeah, if all you ate was beef,
yeah,
well, fuck, you gonna taste like a beefsteak, or like bison, like they sell at Walmart or any other grocery store. Come here, jackass! I want some goddamn bison.
Yeah. Yeah, and they said that human meat often tastes like what it eats, and so if you eat a ton of bullshit and other crap,
you taste like ass.
Then you're gonna taste like trash. Yes.
If you eat shitty food, you taste like shit.
Yes.
If you eat healthy food, you taste yummy. If you eat what is considered a specialty diet, like vegans, vegans taste nasty. I don't want to freaking eat a human that tastes like a tomato. Fuck off! I got tomatoes for that, jackass. You taste like blended fucking kelp and dirty motherfuckers. But anywho, but the people who are like on the carnivore diet or something like that, ooh, you're gonna taste like beef or lamb. Come here. But I mean, that's like the whole end of the world. Ooh, cannibalism. You know what? Some of the healthiest freaking people in the world that we find are cannibals who don't live anywhere near civilization.
Yeah.
But cannibals aren't just eating humans. They eat monkeys, boars, and other things that are in the forest.
Yeah.
A human is a treat when you get one. Or Grandpa died. Ooh, barbecue. Let's cook that motherfucker up. Well, I mean, think about it. Once you get so old that you can't help or you're no longer a useful part of the community, we kill you, we cook you, we eat you. We literally steal your strength. Because it's draining out of you, so before it drains out of you, we're going to eat you. And become and steal your power that you had while you were alive. He had some good brain, didn't he? Yeah, that was some good brain soup.
What a twist! The twisted mind of Karnage.
I am chaos incarnate, so I mean. But I mean, I've always thought about this because, what is it? Hannibal. And a couple of the movies or like little TV show shorts they've done about him. And in one of the scenes on, I can't even remember what movie it was, where they're talking about him. He killed somebody, fed it to people. This is the best beef I've ever had. Because he cut up the body and ground it up like it was ground beef and cooked it.
Yeah.
No, it wasn't ground beef. He cut them up and cooked steak. Cook them like they were steak. He cut off pieces for steak. He cooked it like it was like, this is the best steak I've ever tasted. This is more beefy than my regular beef I get at the butcher.
Yeah.
And that's one thing that's always stuck in my head. So humans taste like beef. And then the Joe Rogan one popped up that, oh yeah, no, they just call humans, the cannibals, long pig. Because you're just a long version of a pig. You eat everything.
Yeah.
You taste like pork. With the right seasoning, that's some good sausage.
Yes.
But I mean, you know, stuff like that, I'm always like, ooh, new interesting fact. Add it to the other cannibal facts I have. Just one of those factoids like serial killers. Like, Nico goes off on, ooh, this one and this one. But they were really stupid. Why do you call them stupid? From you. Because they got caught from me. And he goes like, exactly. Remember that drive through the canyon?
I do.
But I mean, everybody has that one little dark thing that they're like, I wonder, and then they dive down. A lot of people don't. They're too afraid. I don't want to find out the facts. Like, something popped up about doing abortions. Yeah, they pull out the kid's head, stab it in the back of the head to kill the brain, and then rip out the arms, the head, the legs, and then pull out the rest. Show the parent, throw it away.
You talking about abortions?
Yeah. Ain't that what I said?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to double check because I'm just like, that sounds really brutal.
It is. No matter when it's done, because because Just Pearly Things brings this up, or she has previously, in her podcast about, or broadcast, not podcast, broadcast about that in England you can do a abortion up to, I think it's, she say 6 or 8 months, something like that.
That's fucked up.
Yeah, that's a little far into the cooking, mother.
Yeah, like that's a
6
fully
months
developed.
is dude, you just literally doing the last 3 months of it's almost cooked.
Yeah,
It's literally, you don't open the oven because then your souffle is gonna go.
Yes.
Sort of situation.
You have a developed
But
baby.
Something. What the Daily Wire,
Mhm.
the main guy who started it, his stuff started popping up on my shorts and just on my videos with where he's gone and talked to people.
Yeah.
And basically people yelling at him about, you, like Amber does, what, rape and incest and, you know, that sort of stuff. And he's like, yeah, that's like 2% of all abortions. You're going to take the most smallest minuscule thing, smallest percent, and act like that's the entire thing. Not, that's such a small percent. That's not what we're talking about. We're talking about these women running around getting dicked all the time and then just, fuck, I got pregnant, go get an abortion.
Yeah, I read up on some stuff months ago. And this is like after, like I read the articles before Luciano was born.
Articles about what?
About what happens, you know, the companies that were collecting baby DNA and collecting like discarded baby parts, the ones that were trying to get people to do abortion for Planned Parenthood. Like
No.
there was a couple of people in the organization. It may have been complete bullshit. It may have even been exaggerated lies by propagandists, but
You get that sometimes.
they would leave the baby on the table and then they'd let the baby die. Like they'd let them cry for food, and
It doesn't. No, they don't
they'd
let
let
it
them
cry.
die.
Either they pull it apart,
Right.
or they stab it in the back of the neck, kill it at the spinal, and then put it on the table and look. This is what we did for you. That's your baby. It's dead. It's no longer a baby.
Yeah. See, and
Cause
it fucked with
the
me so hard.
Daily Wire guy went over it, and the first video he actually shows the picture. This is what an aborted baby looks like. Look, it's just a baby. It's just a dead body. You're talking about it's only cells. Guess what? So are you, motherfucker. Don't be coming at me because it's a living life, and you just don't want it.
Yeah, I
But
got fucked with so hard. when I
The
read
other
about that.
part to that, which actually something popped up that threw a curve. Well, didn't even throw a curveball. Just threw something I've always thought about into my peripherals again.
Mm-hmm.
About, yeah, well, if, and it was a Jordan Peterson thing. It's a clip they took out of the whole interview, and I understood why they took it out the way they did, make him look bad. But it's like, yeah, well, if there's so many kids who need adopting, why don't people just stop having kids and just adopt all the kids?
I mean,
Stop fucking and just go adopt kids. If you want a baby, you just
Yeah.
got into a marriage, you don't want to deal with the pregnancy, because that's a lot of women's complaints now, go adopt.
yeah.
Quit being a lazy ass. Get up off your butt, do the paperwork, do what you need to, and get a kid.
Yeah, I mean, that sounds reasonable to me.
Yeah. And he's like, oh, but yeah, no, everyone's great. But it's not my biological kid. When I want kids, I want it to be my biological kid. So now you're just being snitty and picky.
Yeah.
You wanted a kid, there's a kid. You don't have to go through the trauma of having a kid and go through the whole thing that most women bitch about, because my body, it looks like shit after I've had a kid. It's only if you're lazy and don't keep up the upkeep.
Mm-hmm.
And let them burn me at the stakes. I'm already gonna burn at the stakes when I'm 100 anyways. They're gonna try to kill me anyways. And then Satan is gonna take over my body. And I'm gonna come back looking like this, jackass.
Well, that's the thing is, if women want to get mad at you for saying that they have to take care of their bodies, then they're getting mad at you for saying science exists.
I mean, that's like the whole, you're fat shaming. No, I'm saying she's fat because she got lazy. Mom even admits it. It's your fault because I had you. Okay, yeah, it's my fault you got fat. Okay, cool. You ready to go to the gym and work out? Yeah, sure, fuck it. No, because Mom's always made that complaint. Because before she got pregnant, she was skinny as shit.
Mhm.
Amber's made that complaint.
Yeah.
Well, if that's your best, then get up off your fat ass and do something about it. Mom didn't. But Mom also was being a good housewife. Took care of the kids. Kept the
Yeah.
house decent. To the best of her abilities. With fighting with idiots like you're doing. You're just missing one jackass. You're just like Russell.
That's what he told me when we were at the fourth one. He's like, "You're trying to be just like me."
I like that. That's cute. Oh, I knew it was going to come up. I had an idea.
Like, that's exactly what he was like. He was all like, "Well, I guess you're trying to be just like me." And I'm like, "What do you mean?" And he's like, "You only got one head short." He's like, "You're one head shy from having 5 kids."
But see, I mean, that's the thing, though. It's. I knew that'd be a joke, so I just threw it out there because I knew it'd come up at one point or another. But I mean, it's the thing. It's like, but I gotta stay at home. I gotta. Okay, kids go down for naps when they're tiny, right? Yeah. You don't need to hold them 100% of the time. What are you bitching about? Nothing. Okay.
Well, she
Nerve
thinks
just
she's
shot
got.
off.
She thinks she's got to hold Luciana nonstop.
You can put the kid down. The kid screams. Hey, I'm right here. No, see, there's nothing wrong with holding your kid. But
It's when
no.
aren't able to do
It's the
things.
fact that you have to learn, and
Yeah.
this is something I learned from being around mothers. It's you have to learn how to get on hip, clean, and do everything you're supposed to, while kid is hanging on to you. And guess
Yes.
what? When that hip gets tired, move it to the other side. Then guess what? You go until that hip gives out. Then you switch back, or you sit down for 5 to 10 minutes, have what's considered a smoke break or a coffee break. If you were working a regular job, then get back up and keep a trucking.
Yeah, until it's done.
Yeah.
And I say that as someone who does it every day myself. Like,
Yeah, the only
whether I'm
trucking
doing-
you need to do is this. I'm gonna give you shit about it, dude.
whether it's day job, whether it's anything, I keep going, and I need to, as he said, do this room. But I've been so focused on their room and getting them to do
I'm
their
just
room.
poking you because you're
And
a
then-
guy, and it's not gonna piss you off. You're just like, God damn it! Now I gotta buckle down. Just do it.
Yeah, no, that's literally my reaction. Is like later on, like you're gonna come back in and be like, the fuck, everything is different now. I'd be like, you said the thing, and so I did the.
No, but see, that
Gave
that
me
also-
shit, and I doubled down.
But see, that's where guys are different than gals. Because guys, you fat fuck, shit, I need to go work out and get skinny. Or, I'm okay with being fat, fuck you. Those are the two options with a guy. He's okay with being large, or people are calling me fat, I probably need to go work out and go to the gym. Yes or no?
Yes.
I know my voices are...
No, you sound
all
like
over
you're on The
goddamn place.
Simpsons. I'm okay with being fat.
Wasn't even thinking about it like
say
that.
say the
I
voice.
mean, I like
No,
to
do the voice again.
voices.
Do the voice again. Do the voice again.
Why?
Cause it's so fucking funny and it's recorded.
No, you already have it. Rewatch it, you goober shit. Don't laugh too hard, you'll shit and piss yourself. But anywho, but that's not my point. But you tell a woman she's fat, fat shaming her. Why are you picking on me? But I mean, that's where I'm like, yeah, I poked you. Now you're gonna do something about it. Yes. But see, that's the mentality. Females are emotional. Guys are logical. Shit. God damn it, you're right. I gotta do something about it. And we do something.
Yes.
Whether it's all at once or a little bit at a time. And something that got, while me doing my research and bouncing through videos and looking stuff up or just seeing what pops up on my page, or just while looking for stuff new fact to find, procrastination is part of the fight, flight, or freeze programming. Freeze is procrastination. You freeze because you're worried about what will happen because it's a shit, something's going to happen. I don't think it's going to be good.
Yeah,
I think I sent it to you and Amber.
I think so.
I know I sent it to her.
I'll have to look through the videos again.
Oh, it's fine. I sent you a couple and I put one of them got a whole bunch of freaking just laughing so hard you cry because when the video came up, I did laugh so hard I cried. I'm like, I was like that one. Because you always like the funny ones. So.
Oh yeah, no, I get to the point where like the wife is just like, "What are you laughing at?" And I'm like, "Just watch." And I show it to her, and she's like, "That's cool." And I'm like, "It was funny."
Well, I mean, but see, that's where I get the giggles because it's like, that's funny. Why aren't you laughing? I guess it was funny. Female humor. What are you saying? I'm saying your humor is different than mine because you have tits. Bye. Some of them get pissed. Some of them are like, of course it's different. I'm a female. Back into that's what I just said. Bye. You've seen me do it 100 times. Okay,
Yep.
that's your opinion. I got shit to do. Bye. And then I
Yep.
just walk away and go do shit at the gym,
Yep.
or I just sit there and go, okay, that's your opinion, and you can have it.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. You see me dive down weird freaking holes. It's like, hey, yeah, I just found out this factoid. It's this, this, and this. And you're like, well, I heard it was this. Ooh, we have different points of view. Let's see which one's real.
Yep.
And then I do a real deep dive. We're both right under certain circumstances.
Yep. It's essentially the gist.
Usually, because, I mean, there's always more than one point of view, but my issue is not with point of view. It's, that's not what happens, or that's not what I've seen. Ah, that is your point of view. That does not make it fact.
Yep.
That's just the bubble from where you're from, or the people you hang out with.
Mm-hmm.
The full bubble of everywhere is this.
Yes.
That's a shitty bubble to look at. I know. So why are you denying it? It's fact. Take it, eat it, shut up.
Yes.
But not everybody's like that. I didn't say everybody's like that. I said that's the... Because I love hearing this on the podcast and on Pearl and a few other places that... No, that's a statistical higher probability. Because that's what happens 90% of the time.
Yeah.
You're going with the 1 out of a million. That's like the one of the other 10% of things that happen.
Yes.
That doesn't make that fact override what happens the other 90% of the time.
Yep.
And I love just people. It's like, what crap. You're just feeding into them. Like, the Whatever podcast. It's one that I always see the shorts and I'm like, you know what? I'm just going to look it up today.
Yep.
See it. And that's where I found out that the live is a different feed than the regular videos on YouTube.
Yep.
That's why I showed it to you. Because I'm like, okay, well, I don't see the podcast in the videos. And then I looked up. There's a live button. Mother. Hey! Click. And I watched a couple podcasts. That's what I was watching in the car when I pulled up. But it's the thing that, well, that's not my point of view from what I've seen. I don't care about your point of view. These are the facts.
Yes.
And in my head it goes, you're arguing facts. And the funny part is I saw another short from Fresh and Fit where it's like, well, women are more emotionally intelligent. We mature sooner than men. Okay. But emotions have nothing to do with facts. Guys, deal with facts. Truth. You deal with emotions. Emotions aren't truth. Emotions are what you feel. There's a slide. Because they were like, yeah, okay, but emotions aren't facts.
Emotions.
Logic versus emotion. Logic wins because logic's fact. Emotions are what you feel. That's why females are built to be at home with the kids. And men are built logic. We go build shit and blow shit up.
Emotions are feelings.
They're not bad, but I'm saying you can't say, well, I feel this way, so this is the truth. No, you feel this way because of your past or whatever has happened to you in a situation similar to this or something that has happened to somebody you know that's similar to this. That doesn't make it facts. That makes it your opinion because of how you feel. Everybody has an opinion. That's like everybody has an excuse. Doesn't mean it's 100% right or it's true. It just is.
Yeah, I see a lot of the guys that are on Fresh and Fit though are trauma victims, and I see them.
Girls too.
Either way, they're trauma victims, and their
But everybody has a different
perspectives are very broken.
You mean the main two guys that run the show? I don't think it's broken. I think, and here's my thing. They're going from the facts that people have studied and statistics for the last 20 to 30 years, and what happened 50 to 60 years ago before that.
Yeah.
Before it was this craziness of women are independent. Feminists made women think it's okay to run around and get as much dick as possible. And I've heard from more women, I've been molested or raped. It's like, did you report it? Yes. What happened? Nothing.
Well,
Keep
1 to
going back and
10%.
poking the bear.
1 to 10% of all cases ever get reported because, one, the residue doesn't stay very long, especially if they shower. 2,
Well, if
rape
you
kits,
shower, you just fucked yourself.
Yeah.
You're a dumbass.
right? Rape kits are not fully effective, and it's hard to prove that shit,
Well, not
and so
even
they
that.
don't
I
come
mean,
forward.
the rape and that sort of the labs for the state or whatever wherever you live usually are backed up because one, they don't have enough staff, or two, there are too many people having this shit happen to them. So no offense. Where were you? Why were you in that situation? 1 and 2. Could you have prevented being in that situation? If the answer is no, okay, then let's get you the help you need to move past that instead of that being a constant. Which is why a lot of girls are always angry at men because something happened to them with a family member or somebody else who did something that shouldn't have been done to them.
Yeah.
So they blame all men forever. It's like, why are you blaming me for something your uncle or some random jackass did to you before we knew? Don't blame me for your past.
Right.
That wasn't me. And that's where I get frustrated and irritated at, because everybody's got a past, but my issue with emotions is, well, you're talking about this because of my past, that brings up this emotion because this happened to me. That has nothing to do with what I'm saying, and that has nothing to do with me because that's not what I'm doing to you. So can we get past the bullshit? And get back to the facts, or get back to the truth of the situation instead of, oh, this happened to me. Okay, it happens to a lot of people. How long ago did it happen? Like 10 years ago, 20 years ago. Stop living in the past.
See, I see you as being someone who's having to deal with 2 women who
Live in the past constantly.
Yes. They have maligned your perspective because of the fact that they're constantly projecting. Me and Janos were talking about this like weeks ago.
You told me about it. But I mean, but because of that, I'm starting to see it in other places where it's like, why? Especially from the wife, because I'm a survivor, not a victim. Then why are you still acting like you're a victim and I'm the bad guy? All of a sudden.
Yeah.
Which means you've been brainwashed, you're full of shit, you don't even know what you think, and you're lying to everybody, including yourself. Shut up, your opinion's crap, and your facts mean nothing because your facts are bullshit because you've made them bullshit. Not me. I didn't do anything. You did this.
Yeah.
By letting yourself be persuaded by somebody else.
I will say that I feel like hell will freeze over if she ever steps foot here again. If I ever see her come into the house at all, I'm gonna walk downstairs, see her walk into the kitchen, and I'll be like, and then she'll look at me and be like, why are you looking at me like that? I'll be like, did you grow a 3rd head or a 2nd head? And she'll be like, wait, what? And I'm like, you haven't been here in a while.
Well, no, I mean, you made a comment about the whole Halloween thing, and I'm like, yeah, no, I already heard you. You're an idiot. You're a dumbass. None of my family likes you because you ran away and ain't got the balls to stand up and talk to any of them. So you literally made yourself the villain by running away and not.
She's
because you're a
villain.
chicken
She's
shit.
a stranger who's expecting everyone
To act like
to
she
just
still
be
comes
okay with
around and it's family. Well, how can I consider you family when you don't come around anymore? You used to come around all the time.
Yeah.
And then when I started hanging out and coming around all the time, she disappeared.
Yeah.
You noticed that, right?
Yeah.
I came around, she stopped. You're invading my space. I'm going to see family. Go fuck yourself. If you want to see them while I'm hanging out with the kids, go visit.
Well, not to mention, you're also the eldest child.
Yeah.
Of, like, all of the childs
5.
that, the parents had. And she's the person who married you.
The oldest, even in her family, of all the kids. I'm older than her older brother. Her oldest brother. Her second brother, who's only a year or two older than her, I get along with the best.
It's like
I mean, he's an alcoholic, but that's neither here nor there. He's still a decent guy.
that's just like if like
Her
me,
dad loves me. Her
or-
brother loves me. Everybody likes me.
let's say oldest sibling of family lives at house, practically family house because it's been there for a while, and they've been there for a while, and then oldest child dates a chick, gets married, has kids with her, and then she tells eldest child that he's somehow invading her space by being at his family house. It makes no fucking sense.
No, she didn't say it, but I'm saying, do you see where my psychological brain went?
Yeah.
Because I started hanging out with you guys because Nephi started dragging me over so that way we could all hang out again.
Yeah.
We could all become kosher once more.
Yeah.
And then me and you started just hitting and whatnot. And because my lunatic loves me to fucking ends of the earth.
Yeah.
My daughter/sister. Not in the way you're thinking. It's a unique dynamic. She's my little sister who acts like I am God and her father because I was the one who taught her most of how to run her bullshit. I mean, she's forgotten a lot of it because I left, or more like got shoved out of the house by Dad. I got kicked out of the house at like 19 to go ship me off to Ohio.
Yeah, like she. Well, that's the thing is you're the older
Mine
brother.
and her dynamic is weird.
It's like the older brother who also is like the dad. That's essentially how it is.
Because that's just how I am.
Right.
I mean, with you, it's just like, yeah, we're brothers.
Yeah.
I don't even add the in-law 99% of the time. I only add the in-law when I'm explaining, oh no, that's my sister's husband.
Right.
It's the only time it comes up. Other than that, hey, you're just family.
Especially when like people in the pool get all weirded out when we're like, oh yeah, we're brothers, and then they're just like, and then I mention my wife, and then you go, oh, and his sister, and then they're just like, wait, what? And I'm like, oh, I'm married into the family, and they're like, oh, and I'm like, yeah, you made it weird. And I tell the
You made it
complete
weird
stranger
by assuming something else when I said fact.
Yeah, like I remember one dude. I told him like
We're all cousin fuckers.
I was like,
apparently.
I was like, you're the one who made it weird, and the guy who was a complete fucking stranger was like, I made it weird. And I'm like, yeah, like however you got the message. I'm like going, all I said was that we are brothers, and he's like, yeah, that's what was weird about it. I'm like, I just didn't add the word in-law at the end, and the guy's like, that makes sense. And I'm like, yeah, quit making it fucking weird.
Right? No, but I mean, that stuff's always funny. What do you mean your brother? My brother-in-law?
Yeah.
You didn't say in-law, because I don't think about it. He's just my brother.
Yeah.
Like, does it fucking matter?
Right, exactly.
The families are merged. Him and my sister had kids. He's now part of the family, whether anybody wants to like it or not, because blood's mixed, motherfucker. Done.
Yeah. Exactly. What's funny is Janos and a few other people were like, when I told them about how people were acting weird about it, and they were just, and Janos was like, wait a minute. So, you guys aren't blood related, but you're brothers, and you married his sister, so you're brothers, but yet everyone's acting like jackasses about it? And I'm like, yes.
Because they think it's incest because they weren't paying attention.
Yeah, like, they didn't pay attention to one, like, minor detail, so they think it's incest. And he's just like, that's like the opposite of incest.
But they hear brother,
Yes.
married sister. Wait, what the fuck?
Yeah.
That's all they hear. They don't realize. Oh, so you're the in-law. I don't act like in-laws. This is weird. Oh well, whatever.
Yeah, exactly.
Because I love it when we get the y'all are fucking in-laws.
Yeah.
Looks, because like, okay, cool. Walk
Yep.
away. Done. Conversation finished.
Yeah. What's funny is, you know how, like, even Andrew hates the word in-law.
It's
Like-
a horrible word.
Like, he said, like, when I told him about how, like, people were acting weird about it, and then Andrew's like, but you're
family.
just family, whatever.
But I mean, even with your brother and Nico.
Yes.
with Andrew and Niku, it's just like, yo, what's up? Oh, hi, Tim. It's like, yeah, okay.
Yep.
I don't even think about it. It's just go over, say hi, see what's happening. Is anybody dead? Anybody married since the last time I came by? Nobody's dead. Somebody's almost married. Okay, do we have a date? Nope. Okay, tell me when there's a date. You have my phone number.
Yep.
And I leave. I hang out for half an hour to an hour, and then I'm in the wind.
Yep. Yeah, no, Andrew told me one time, he's like, if you and Amber had never worked out later on, like, it would be so fucking weird. And I'm like, why? And he's like, because it's just, I don't get you anymore without her. It's like synonymous now. And I'm
Right?
like, that's fair. And he's just
It's like you have the two people have been playing these people for the last 5 seasons, and all of a sudden one of them dies or said, fuck you, you're not paying me enough, and then new person.
yeah.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
That's not the same person.
It's like, world isn't turning anymore. Wait, what? It got broken. Wait, how? They left.
Oh yeah, but I mean I love it in series like Fresh Prince of Bel-Air.
Yes.
The aunt that was there for the first like few seasons, and then no one. That's a new bitch.
Yep.
This is interesting. Let's see how this goes. Either it's going to be complete shit, we're going to get a new one next season, or it'll go decent. Let's find out.
Yep.
That sort of thing. Stuff like that, I'm always like, ooh, let's watch to see what the outcome is.
Yep.
I get totally invested in stuff like that. It's so much fun.
Yes.
Wait a minute, that's not the same actor. What happened?
Oh shit, we're at 3 hours, by the way.
Oh yeah, I know. It's 12:41. I've been paying attention.
Yes.
But I'm just having fun shooting the shit. So
Yeah.
like I always do.
Yeah, like it's so interesting though, like when it comes to family dynamics, because of the fact that like every time that I ever go to my dad's, like when we did go to my dad's house and all,
When you used to.
yo, it's because of the family he like essentially married himself into, like
Nah. It's not the family he married himself into. It's the idiot he married himself to.
yes, they don't
And the
act.
stupidity of she can't even raise her own fucking kids. And I'm like, but they're my kids. Yeah! They're my kids because you married me, bitch. Do what you're told or get out and get your own damn place.
Yeah, like she doesn't act like family. She acts, and then she goes and says that she's mad that we don't treat her like family, and it's like,
Do you know what that is?
what?
You fucking goddamn step family.
Yeah, the redheaded
It's the
stepchildren.
same thing as being an in-law.
Yeah,
Ugh, I gotta interact with you fuckers. And then, why
yeah.
don't you fuckers come around? Because you're anti-step family, just like Russell, whether he knows it or not, is anti-in-law.
yeah,
Because Nanny was. If that's what you're taught and shown, that's what your programming will become.
yeah, which is a big part of it.
Oh yeah, because I mean, I'm open-minded with a lot of shit. You've seen me.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I have my points where it's like, you know, you're an idiot when you do that, right? Why? Pitcher. I feel like a dumbass. Good. I told you what I need to. Okay, bye. I do it all the time.
Yes.
Sometimes not even on purpose. Which is what I love. Ah, da 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 da. Why did you just draw me a giant pile of shit? What is? Ah, fuck.
Yep. And that's one thing is I myself, when people have like the whole in-law thing, I don't have that.
Well,
Never have.
that's kind of like you hear them, the people online talking about with some of these podcasts or shows on YouTube, it's like, yeah, well, they always made the man look stupid. Homer.
Yet Homer is a rich ass motherfucker.
Huh?
Yet Homer is a rich ass motherfucker.
Yeah, but no. Isn't
There's
he like
so many
supposed
side
to be
gigs.
the town idiot?
Yeah, but he's also one of the wealthiest.
And his wife is the genius. Hold off. Who else is the idiot husband and the wife's the smart one? Family Guy.
Peter Griffin.
Yep. There's a couple other cartoons I can't think of off the top of my head, or just sitcoms where the husband's the idiot, the wife has to fix everything, or is the intelligent one. And you probably shouldn't do that.
Yeah.
I mean, that's where the whole women are better than men sort of thing comes in, and that sort of thing. It's like, why are we prejudiced against ourselves?
Yeah.
You treat us like shit, so we as men, if you're gonna attack us, what do? We pull out our swords, we fight.
Yeah.
And then, they're fighting. You walk first.
Yep.
That's like something I always got taught growing up by Dad and by Nanny and Peepaw. If a woman hits you like another man or boy would hit you, knock him the fuck out. If you hit me like a guy would hit me, hope you're ready to bleed, motherfucker.
Yeah.
But it's not even the violence part. It's like you had the gall to walk up and swing, which means you want to fight. I hope you're okay with getting a broken nose or getting your ass kicked.
Yeah.
It's the whole mentality thing. It's like, but, no. You started the fight with words. I'm finishing the fight with words. You're wrong. Here's why. Now, can we move past this? A lot of people won't. Well, you said this. This means you're transphobic. This means you're gay-phobic. This means this. This means you're a right-winger. This means you're a left-winger. This means you're blah, blah, blah. Shut up. I'm on everybody's team. I can fit in any group. Just shut up and put me in a group. So that way I can get my little stamp and go, woohoo! Look at me! Look at me! Vote here! And
Social stamp of approval.
Fuck social stamp for approval. Everybody, pick a spot. Put a stamp. Do this! Wait. You want to be Republican, Democrat, liberal, social, communist, and what else? Everything. In one bubble. And then, you got to me. I mean, you've seen it. I can fit in anywhere.
Yes.
I love fitting in everywhere. I can be a smart ass. I can be the comedian. I can be the complete jackass in the group. Do I care? Not one bit. Do I have fun being the guy who can morph into anything? Oh, yes.
Yep.
So much fun. I get more kicks out of morphing into 15 people in one freaking party than anything.
Yeah.
Each person is a different interaction. Each person is a different me. Distractable talked about it. This was their podcast on that popped up on Monday morning. It's the masks we wear. I'm like, yeah, you're extroverted. You go over the top for your online.
Yeah.
Streaming and stuff. But you, by yourself, usually dialed down a few. Or, if you're this bad, you're that person all the time. I'm always amped up! It's like, dude, why are you amped up? We're just sitting down, having dinner. It's awesome! It's like, who gave him a fucking goddamn value? or some goddamn fucking, adrenaline.
Yeah.
Brain.
Steroids.
I
Crack.
never sleep!
Cocaine bear.
I don't know about that, but yeah. Cocaine? No, I'm good. Where's the damn joint? Because, what was it? It's a Netflix series. I can't remember the name of it now. White guy's marrying a black chick. The white guy's mom's a complete schizo weirdo. Because, shit, new people, how do we act? And dad's like, you're not black, you're white, you don't know shit. Let's see if you're a decent motherfucker or just a worthless piece of shit.
Isn't that the one with This Is Us?
Eddie Murphy.
Yeah, it's the Eddie Murphy Jonah Hill show.
Yep. Not
Okay.
show, but it's a movie, yeah.
Yeah, I
On
haven't
Netflix.
seen it yet.
You should watch it. Oh, you'd enjoy the fuck out of it.
I would.
Oh,
I saw a bunch of people arguing over it.
yeah. You'll enjoy it.
I mean, Eddie Murphy was like part of childhood, so there's a chance that I'll like it.
It's a different character than he usually plays,
Hmm.
but he does a good job. And the mom's the chick from Seinfeld.
Okay.
I can't remember her name off the top of my head. But it was the female friend in Seinfeld.
Yeah. Okay.
That's the actress. And the guy who's Moeller from Scully Moeller X-Files is the dad for the white side. And I don't remember the black mom's name. Don't fucking ask. There's a couple comics in it. It's a bunch of good actors and just funny people in general.
Yeah.
The whole damn thing. Hilarious. Either you get it or you don't. I grew up in the 80s. I got every goddamn line. Got every bit of it. Knew where the story was going before it got there. But that's what makes it enjoyable for me.
Well, you already know I was raised on 80s.
I don't remember this is going to go. Okay, sit. Watch. How long is it going to take? 5 months later. Ooh. So you just wrote it. Didn't even show 5 months. Ooh, this is going to be fun. Let's see how fast this just goes. Oh, that quickly. Okay. But the way it did it at the end, well, right before the end, but like the last little ha-da-da to finish it off.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, that was done right. You'll enjoy it.
Wasn't the kiss CGI'd though?
The what?
There was a kiss between two characters in that movie that got CGI'd or something like that.
I don't know.
Okay.
I watched it to watch a movie.
Yeah.
I watched more than half of it, like, it was like a month ago.
Oh.
I'm like, oh yeah, I haven't watched that. I was sitting at home today because I took a day off, but even though I had to do some shoveling outside
Yeah.
for the little bit of snow that fell off the roof, basically
Yeah.
my whole roof. Funny how that happens. I need more insulation in my roof in my house. But the funny part is, it falls off of my garage first, which doesn't have insulation, because my garage basically goes straight up to the roof. In my opinion, that's what it looks like. So, Jesus like, oh, the snow falls off. Yeah, eventually. But it's usually all connected all the way across the house, so when the garage goes by, it drags everything else with it.
Yep.
But anywho, I cleared that off for my workout. Went back inside. And that was... Actually, I watched it before I went and did the shoveling. Because I'm like, yeah, I'm going to let the sun come up to about noon, 1 o'clock before I do it.
Yeah.
And I did. I let it come up so that way the little bit of ice that was underneath was just enough melted under the edge. So that way I could scrape it all up. And I got it all up. It was like 45 minutes. Actually 42 minutes, but I let them watch the space a little longer because I hadn't got inside yet. But yeah.
And you liked it a lot?
Oh, I enjoyed the end. Because I'd watched the first half, I'm like, oh, this is going to be hilarious. And then when I saw that Eddie Murphy was the dad,
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, this is going to be great. And then when you see who's the girl's uncle, and a few of the other characters. The uncle, for me, you'll like because he's another comedian like Eddie.
Yeah.
From back in the day. Another black comedian. Love the guy. And some of the stuff, his lines in the movies weren't huge, but they were perfect for what they needed to be for the story.
Yeah.
and it was the smack the father needed in the face. You will enjoy the fuck out of it.
All right. I might watch it tonight.
Well, you got work in the morning. Watch it after work tomorrow.
Maybe.
Make the wife watch it with you. I think Amber will get a kick out of it.
Yeah, she probably would.
Well, if I enjoyed it, she'll enjoy it.
Well, yeah, and especially if she knows Eddie Murphy, because...
She should know some. I mean, Dad never kept us from any comedy or anything. Mom was like, with a few of the comics, and Dad's like, what? It's just comedy.
Yeah.
I mean, because I can't remember the guy's name. Screamer, long hair, short, fat, drug addict.
Not Chris Farley, but somebody else.
Before Chris.
Okay.
Angry comic.
Okay.
And he yelled like, I mean, great guy. Loved his comedy because it was the angry, this is the fact. I've been divorced, married this many times. I've done a divorce. Fuck you women, but I like pussy. You know, just so not protected, fully unscripted, and raw.
Yeah.
Cussing, talking about everything, sex, drugs, all of it, and all at once.
A very angry Jason Mewes.
He makes Jason Mewes look like a freaking amateur hour freaking...
Like a choir boy.
He's just calm. That ain't shit. Oh no, this guy is the angry comics of all angry comics. The original.
Yeah.
In my opinion. Because, great fucking shit. I mean, I was a little turd when I was small when I first heard his stuff, and I just laughed my ass off. Kind of also takes me back to 3rd grade. The lady who was telling the story made a comment. I went, the teacher's, you understood that? Well, of course. Why would you? How would nobody understand that? And they look at me, then they look at the other kids. I'm like, what? Because they didn't get it? They don't have my type of humor. And the teacher went, okay. It was kind of that realization. Oh, he has adult acknowledgement and humor at the age of 8. We're fucked. Okay, now we gotta double watch what we say around him because he understands all the. You won't know this is your kid. Oh, did you just say that? Fuck. Sort of thing.
Yeah.
I was that kid. Because Dad didn't hide anything from me. Mom tried to shelter me. Dad's like, nah. Here's the truth. Here's reality. I watched stuff with Dad. It was adult sort of comedy and certain things that probably shouldn't have known at that age, but I was so already up here, there,
Yeah.
and, well, duh. It was just kind of click. Well, that's obvious.
Yeah.
What do you mean that's obvious? I thought it was clear to did not everybody see that coming? What? You know, like I've told you with Star Wars and other movies, I'm like, oh, I know where this one's going. This is going to be a good movie. Let's watch.
Yeah.
Or a good TV show. Let's watch.
Mm-hmm.
Something in my brain goes, ooh. Okay. Because I know.
Yes.
That's like with, what was it? I'm having a brain fart now. Probably because it's getting close to one.
Yeah.
Oh, well, if I remember, I'll text it to you. If not, we'll talk about it later, like next week.
Yes. Yeah, I think it's getting that time to wrap it up. It's been fun talking about stuff. We'll probably revisit National Treasure again because of the fact that it's just fun to talk about. And maybe we'll watch something else as well.
Like I said, I'll watch the first movie again, and then we'll discuss certain things.
And so I'll probably find something for him to watch since he's had me watch National Treasure I'll take my turn at having him watch something. But yeah.
Just remember, if it's on HBO, you gotta.
Yep.
I don't have that anymore.
Yeah, so I'll try to remember which stations you have. But this is Ben Crazy Peas. I am TPAW.
Karnage 6778.
And have a week.
No dying.
Woo!